Guys, what's going on? It's Sunday. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everything is going well. Let me do one thing here. I got to do the right background here. Now, guys, I know that we joke around a lot, right? Because today we're going to talk uh about um about divorce, right? And dealing with divorce. Now, guys, I've never been divorced, but I know a lot of guys who have, right? And guys, divorce is one of the worst things that can happen to a dude, and it could also be one of the
It's a
best.
double-edged sword.
Yeah, it could be one of the best worst things to happen to a dude too. You know what I'm saying? So guys, we're gonna talk about that. Okay, and guys, let's hold on. There's this one case. I have cool news stories here, but guys, there's that one case. What was it? Okay, these women who like just divorce men for no reason. Uh, Look, I don't condone violence, but if you just take a man's children and his pension and all this other stuff, guys, you don't know how someone's gonna react. You know what I'm saying? Guys, let's look at a couple of cases of how of how of what not to do.
Come on, spit it out.
You know what I'm saying, guys? Look. We don't condone violence over here, right? But we're gonna look at some cases.
Yeah.
Oh, what just might happen
Yeah.
if you FA.
What is it Chris Rock says?
FO.
I don't agree, but I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelvin with the $5 says, "Yep, I have close relatives who got divorced, and it ain't fun. I'm never getting married, guys." That's how a lot of guys feel. That's how a lot of guys feel. Thanks for the $5, my friend. Appreciate that.
Seriously, garlic croutons, dude.
Keyshawn's here. Evil's here. Tim Hicks is here. Rajai is here. Who else is here? Julius is here. Casper's here. Brian Tucker's here. Yeah, Rajai says Sean Connery isn't wrong. There are times where a woman
neither was OJ.
has to get the last word, but she won't stop. Then you have to give her a smack.
Yeah.
But you don't use an open hand. Use a closed fist. So, guys, here, let's...
Wait. Secret is here.
All
right.
There goes the neighborhood,
We're out here
right?
building a new nation for black people. It's time for you to start paying some dues, nigga. I ain't giving you shit.
Yeah.
Well.
Lenny, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
What's up, dude? What's up, guys? Guys, I requested Lenny come on because he has a crazy divorce story. So guys,
Oh, sweet. We can see who had the crazier ex.
Guys, hold on. Let's break some news here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah. All right, guys. Here, let's. You guys remember this guy?
So this man just confessed to killing his ex-girlfriend, and he also confesses that he's going to kill his ex-wife, whose house he's in front of.
On Facebook Live. You guys remember? I did a video
Damn, that's cold.
on this story. So, guys, he was on Facebook.
I remember this.
He
It
had
was
just
so sad.
blasted his new girlfriend who was pregnant, right? He said, and then he jumps on Facebook Live and he's cruising down the street to his ex-wife's house. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Hey, yo, my ex-wife took my 2 kids and alienated them from me." He goes, I had a new girlfriend who, guys, she's a surgical anesthesia nurse. So he makes like $250,000 a year. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
He had a business where he would help other nurses pass that anesthesia nurse board thing, boards test or whatever. So this guy was doing really well for himself. He was dating another nurse that he helped get to his level. She's like, not only am I pregnant, but I'm going to do to you what your ex-wife did, and you're never going to see your kids. So he said, all right, then. And then he went to his ex-wife's house and took her out too.
Damn.
Now, guys, I don't condone violence, but this guy, he doesn't seem like a nug or anything. He just got pushed too far. You know what I'm saying? Casper says, been divorced 2 times to Western chicks. Now he's happily married to a chick from the Philippines. Get your passports. Best thing in the world. Look at that, guys. Look at that right there. Guys, I can tell you this much. If you're going to get got, it might as well be like a foreign chick that's hot instead of one of these big blubber Western chicks. I'm just saying, if you're going to get got by like a 9 out of 10 Colombian chick that lays the thunder throat on you. You know what I'm saying? But these guys are marrying 5s and still getting got.
Yeah.
At least get some good years out of a friggin' hot foreigner who will become Americanized over 10 or 12 years. But at least you get 10 or 12 years out of the broad. You know what I'm saying?
Just remember, some of those hot foreign girls have enough crazy, they'll come at you with sharp instruments. And I'm not embellishing.
Hey, you know what? You are better off with them actually coming at you, right? And you having to knock them out defending yourself than a Western chick just calling the cops and doing a false accusation on you. You might as well.
Yeah, but nowadays that's backfiring on them. Remember that.
Yeah, that's true. So guys, hold on. What do you think is worse? A 304 or a chick that comes off as a 304 who isn't one?
Oh,
that's a good one, right?
No, that is a good one. That's
You're saying she is a 304 and acts like she's not?
No, she's not, but she acts like one.
A girl that's a whore who acts like a whore, or a girl who acts like a whore who isn't one.
Oh,
I
probably
think
equally as bad.
if she acts like one, but she isn't, I think it's worse because it's false advertising versus if she acts like one and she is one, then you know what you're getting.
Yeah, and at least she did the crime to do the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get labeled a 304, you might as well at least have banged the dudes to be labeled 304. You know what I'm saying? Just ridiculous. So, here we go.
Did something crazy, man. I just shot my ex-girlfriend in the head, yo. Felt like a dream. Like, I never thought I would be that guy. I can't go to prison, so the person that really started my and all of this is my ex-wife. So she next, and then I'm going to do myself too. But I just wanted to say this to people. Don't play with people's emotions, man. Don't lie on these men. Oh, here's my ex-wife right here.
What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, and guys, they cut the footage because guys, he went straight up, dude. He went John Wick on her, dude. Double tap.
No, he pulled that scorpion. Come here.
Yo, he said, here she is in front of the door, right here.
Get over here.
Oh no!
Flawless victory.
I'd like to see the bullet points though of what she did to that man. Seriously, nothing can say that he, what he did is justified, but I guarantee she probably tried to alienate his kids from him, didn't let him see them, leverage them.
Guys, look on my channel because I have a video about this. He was a good guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like family man,
buddies like that end themselves over the same thing. So yeah,
man, look at that.
Just real quick, AJ, and what really disappointed me about this whole situation was that I was really hoping it would cause a debate to discuss these things, and it didn't. It just was part of another news cycle.
Yeah,
That's the sad
they
thing
just
about
say,
it. This should have caused a debate.
Yeah, he's a coward. He's this. He's that. It's like you can't push men to a certain look. The most dangerous man in the world is a man who has nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what's next to worse than that is when the guy has been all about his kids and in his kids' lives, and people shut him out.
Yep.
There are guys they don't care. They're going to take everybody out if they can't. If they can't be with their kids.
That's true. Yep.
And if you're going to Facebook Live it, I want to hear some drill rap out of this. That's what I want.
Here, and I know they gave her the best chance possible.
Paramedics tried but couldn't save an Overland Park woman this morning. She was shot while sitting in her car in her own driveway by her estranged husband. Good evening, everyone. I'm Abby Eden.
I'm Phil Witt. Welcome to Fox 4 News at 10. Fox 4's Eric Burke is joining us live in Overland Park right now to give us the latest on the investigation. What's it looking like, Eric?
Well, right now, things are very quiet, much different than they were about 12 hours ago when the shooting first happened. And all accounts really point to it being a murder-suicide. Debbie and Barry Beaver were in the middle of a divorce. The paperwork was filed in October of last year, 2011. And in mid-November, Debbie filed an order of protection against her husband. Debbie Beaver was Barry Beaver's third wife. I talked to the husband of an ex-wife Thursday afternoon who said Barry was never violent. His wife and Barry had 2 children together, so they saw each other often. He said the events from Thursday floored him.
See? So he was a non-violent guy. He even tried to get married again. He was doing the right thing. This game, I don't know. That means that this chick was probably just all over him, man. Just probably mentally and emotionally abusive. He just snapped. Probably couldn't stand the fact that he was still cool with his ex. You know what I'm saying? Probably didn't want him to see his kids. You know? Come on.
Barry and Debbie Beaver shared a home in this Overland Park neighborhood.
A lot of these women are so controlling. That's the last little bit of control that they have over you, and they'll use it.
Yep.
2011. That's when court records show Barry filed for divorce. Debbie stayed with friends, but moved back into the home in November after filing an order of protection through Johnson County and the Overland Park Police Department.
She probably did that to garner favor from the court. He filed for divorce. Look at that.
It's a lot of turmoil neighbors knew nothing about.
I'd know them, just because they were backyard neighbors, but I'd never met them.
Everyone in the neighborhood knows them now. Gunshots shook the area just after 10 Thursday morning.
I'm a retired battalion chief, and I've heard gunshots before, and it sounded like gunshots, but I didn't really think about it because there's roofers in the area.
Rob Jones heard 5 shots. The windshield of Debbie's car supports that. She was in the car when Barry opened fire. Her car rolled down their driveway, across the street, and ended up in a neighbor's yard.
Damn.
I'm shocked.
Overland Park police started looking for a red truck a witness says left the area. They found it a few hours later in a field near 140th and Lamar. Barry Beaver was slumped over the steering wheel.
Look at that, guys. Here's another one. Hold on.
Damn.
But the most telling thing about this was she was out the house. He was there. And by her getting that order of protection, she was able to probably get him out the house. It was probably a false accusation.
Yeah. Here you go.
Following breaking news out of Detroit, police gave the all clear moments ago at Henry Ford Hospital, where they've been investigating a shooting. Our eye in the sky chopper over that scene. You can see there's a large police presence outside the hospital. This is just off West Grand Boulevard and the Lodge. The hospital had been on lockdown for about an hour. And again, that lockdown has been lifted. It's unclear whether shots were fired inside or outside the hospital. We have a crew on scene right now to gather more information. And here's Chief Bettison with an update.
To the community, we're at Henry Ford Hospital. At approximately 9:55 a.m. via video access, we did observe a subject, our person of interest, leaving the facility. A Mr. Mario Green, date of birth 7/22/1960, 65 years old. He got into a verbal altercation with what I'm being told his ex-wife in the basement area of Henry Ford Hospital. He produced a gun, handgun, and fired multiple shots, killing his ex-wife. She's a black female, approximately 40 years of age. He has fled. Is no longer an active situation at the hospital, even though it is an active crime scene. He left the front door of the hospital, got into a white Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
The year is 2011, a 2011 Dodge Charger, and the license plate is D is in David, X-ray, X is in X-ray, C is in Charles, 7067. We're actively looking for him. He is presumed to be.
Guys, do you guys remember this case?
A murder-suicide rocks the Windy City when a man kills his ex-wife after she discusses their divorce on TikTok.
Look at that.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Officials say 29-year-old Sonia Khan was shot and killed on July 18th by her ex-husband, 36-year-old Raheel Ahmed. Investigators say Ahmed drove 11 hours from his home in Georgia to Khan's Chicago condo.
Damn, yo, Nug 11 was not playing games, right, guys? Can you imagine? 11-hour drive?
He was like a GPS bomb on that dude after he
He's like, I'll show you posting TikToks about me.
Look
at that, guys. Look at that. Sorry, Matt. I didn't see you there, buddy.
All good.
My fault.
First responders approached the scene. Investigators say Ahmed turned the gun on himself. In a statement to Law and Crime Network, Chicago police said both were discovered unresponsive with gunshot wounds to the head. This comes after a series of TikToks posted by Khan went semi-viral. She opened up about her relationship and divorce. In one TikTok, Khan wrote, quote, "Going through a divorce as a South Asian woman feels like you failed at life sometimes. The way the community labels you, the lack of emotional support you receive, and the pressure to stay with someone because what people say is isolating. It makes it harder for women to leave marriages that they shouldn't have been in to begin with." Other videos show Khan providing support, saying, quote, "You are not a failure because your marriage did not work out."
Yes, you are.
She almost
Especially
looks
in their communities, especially in the Middle East, in India, Pakistan.
Yeah,
As a woman, if your marriage fails, that is exactly on you. You guys, put a 1 if you agree that that's the way that it should be. Honestly, it really is. That's why.
So that's part.
Exactly. That was the major culture change in the United States. If a woman husband left her, if they got divorced, they'd be like, well, you obviously weren't worth marrying. Also, too, you had women who would get married to a guy and they would never file for divorce, even if he left or abandoned her, because she was the bigger person. She was like, you remember that back in the day, we viewed women as the fairer sex, so they were the ones who kept their words and had the moral high ground, because that's how a lot of them were. Yes, they had better discernment, and then if they gave a vow, they would stick to it. That's why you saw your aunt who's been married for 40 years, even though she hasn't talked to your uncle in like 20 years, because she is not going to go back on the agreement. You know, who said something?
Yeah,
Well,
I was just
go
going to
for
say,
it.
if you look at her complexion and then the last name Khan, although you have got the answer on the screen now, I was just going to say they called her Southeast Asian, but she looks Indian, Pakistani, or Iranian to me.
Yeah,
that's still Southeast Asia.
Yeah. No, I get that, but I was just being a little bit more specific. Is all.
Yeah.
Another attribute of the fairer sex was they didn't cuss, they didn't smoke, and they did not drink, at least publicly.
Yeah.
And the only women who did anything outwardly like that were women who had a lot of money or a lot of political power. And even then, they were very careful and did it in very limited instances.
Yeah. Whores.
But on the flip side, also keep in mind that even though they might have been living apart, they still came together on holidays.
Yeah.
They also came together if one of the kids was wilding out, and the son was walling out, and the father would come and handle business. And if he got sick or something like that, she would take care of him too.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. Now, guys, let's look. We'll do this, and then a couple more stories, and then we'll give whoever wants to have the floor. Wes. Oh, what's up, dude? Here. Wes, man. I know I had emailed you. Here, you guys. I'll drop the link. Sorry, man. I was gonna email you the link to come on. My fault, dude. Sorry, I had a busy day today. Wes, click on the StreamYard link to come on up and tell your story. My fault for not for not following through with that email, man. I had like 1,000 things going on today, so
you're slipping in your old age, AJ. You're slipping in your old age.
No, that's what happens when you start day drinking before 10.
Yeah.
That's why I wait till 11.
I know, right? Smart move. Guys,
I have
here.
Practice.
I did drop the link, but yeah, guys. But this is a big no-no in these Indian communities, Pakistani communities, right? Look at that Akash Singh goofball who's getting bodied by his wife. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible. Guys, he looks like an absolute clown.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Yeah, and guys, it gets worse. Media. Yeah, I'm gonna do a follow-up, guys, because she came on his podcast and made him look even worse. Wes, I see you, buddy. You can keep your camera on, but you can turn it off if you want. So, Wes, do you want to keep your camera on? I can bring you up, but if you want to turn it off, and I'll bring you up. So
talks depict Khan seemingly enjoying the single life. Police in Georgia say Ahmed's family reported him missing, saying he was depressed and likely went to salvage the marriage. Friends of Khan say the divorce was finalized back in May. Officials say Khan was pronounced dead at the scene, while Ahmed was pronounced dead at Northwestern Hospital. A weapon was recovered at the scene, and the incident is still under investigation. For the latest developments in this case and all things true crime, stay with Long Crime Now.
That, guys, and then we'll go here.
You're looking at Jesus Garcia. He will be going to prison for 15 years to life for stabbing and killing his estranged wife in front of their 2 children.
It was an emotional day in Chula Vista Court as the judge handed down the sentence. 10 News reporter Dana Rice live now there with how the victim's children are coping. Dana?
All these chicks are all uggos, man. Guys, the streak is over. You know, the hot chicks on the news streak is over. Yeah.
Well, good morning.
Wes, you disconnected your devices, man. So go out, come back in, and then turn your camera off and leave your microphone on.
And Chris, the victim's sister says she hopes the family can have some closure now that the sentencing is over. She says they are keeping.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I got you, Wes. Yeah, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Howdy.
Yeah.
Children who are now 8 and
Yes.
old. We were inside the courtroom this morning. We can
Good
show
to be
you
here.
a video.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Sorry for not emailing you the link back. But yeah. We'll do 2 more stories, guys, and then I'll give you guys the floor.
Victim's mom and sister both sobbed as they talked about Maribel Arteaga and her children. In February, Jesus Arteaga Garcia was convicted of 2nd-degree murder in the stabbing death of the 28-year-old. He got emotional today, too, as he apologized to his wife's family for the pain and suffering he said he caused. The murder took place close to 4 years ago in front of the couple's sons, who were 4 and 6 at the time. Arteaga, who was a Customs and Border Patrol agent, was 2 months pregnant with another man's child when she was killed. Her sister said,
Whoa! That went left.
Yeah.
How do you just gloss over that?
Look at that, guys. I told you guys what here. There are that 1-2% of dudes that just snap, right? They just snap. You know what I'm saying? But guys, men just don't perpetuate violence against women. Just guys, here, ass whippings just don't fall from the sky like 99% of the time. You know what I mean? As these ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, Man, oh man, don't this whole believe all women. It's foolishness, man.
The family has put their pain aside to help the children.
Cooked.
So we're going to try to just be there for them and support them and keep taking them to therapy and trying to get them to have as normal of a childhood as we can give them.
And the district attorney in this case says that sentence, 15 years to life, is the maximum sentence that could have been handed down for a second-degree murder conviction. Reporting live in Chula Vista, Dana Rice, 10 News.
All right, guys, we'll do one more story that's not related here, but hold on. Let's do this. Here we go. Look at this. This OF chick deleted her boyfriend. She's in court, guys, and she thinks it's funny.
Of course.
Look at that.
January 7th as a final date for corrections to let us know exactly what the final decisions are.
Yeah, guys, she's having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Or any other issues.
Oh, it's because the Sims will keep sending her money.
Yeah.
And Judge, we would also just request it.
Yes,
look at her.
Attention is like a drug, and they can't discern between good attention and bad attention.
Yeah.
Bingo.
We don't care. What an absolute joke. Look at that. She's laughing. Having fun. Homeboy is dead. You know? And guys, what's this chick's name? Courtney Clenny. Let's see if we have the story, and then we'll get into the topic. Guys, thanks for being here, guys. Guys, the live streams have been doing really, really well. You know what I'm saying? Like really, really, really well. So thanks, you guys, for that. Oh, is this over already? I don't think so, but okay. Oh, this is that chick from like 3 years ago. You guys remember this?
Wow, she looks a lot different, dude. It's without that bleach hair and stuff. Yeah.
I think it was
Courtney
Clenny was led away in
Yeah.
handcuffs. Her OnlyFans empire crumbling behind her. The
Empire.
world watched as the blonde influencer, who once commanded millions of followers, disappeared behind the concrete walls of Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center. What they did not know was that her real punishment was just beginning. Because what awaited her inside those walls was not just imprisonment. It was something far more devastating than any death sentence could ever be. It is now 2025, and Courtney Clenny remains locked away.
Good.
Her trial still nowhere in sight.
Yeah, I remember this is because of the cough, guys. That's right. All these trials got thrown in a disarray. I knew this chick's name.
She has been behind bars for over 2.5 years without even facing a jury.
Oh, boo-hoo, right, guys? I know your arms might be sore from playing the world's smallest violin.
The end of this video, you will understand exactly why her existence in that Miami jail might actually be crueler than execution itself.
You guys know that jail is worse than prison, right?
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
Not that I want to know.
I'll tell you why,
Generally
guys.
don't classify you. You're in with everybody, even if you're just in there for writing a bad check or something like not even that bad.
The population in a prison is more static, so there's more of a like a constant social hierarchy. Whereas in jail, you have populations coming and going, and so you have a lot more fights because of the introduction and the leaving of certain people.
Yes, and guys,
interesting.
And they're drunk and stuff too.
Yes, guys. Here's the thing. Jail. If you're sentenced to anything less than a year and a day, you go to jail. Anything past that's prison.
Right.
Right. Here's the thing. That's jail is basically temporary. It's temporary, whereas prison's made for a long stay. So the accommodations are more comfortable, more stable. A lot of times jail, guys, I think it's like 75 or 80% of cases are pled out because the system would crash if everyone went to trial. Because if you want true prison reform, everyone should go to trial. It would completely destroy system because they don't have enough judges, lawyers, space in jail to actually have everyone go to trial. But they do things to make you so uncomfortable that in jail that you'll plead out to something that you didn't do. They'll have the lights on 23 hours a day. There's no bedding. There's just like a hard slab. The food sucks. They put all the crazies in with all the regulars. You know what I'm saying? Jail is made to be uncomfortable for a reason, so you'll want to get out of there as quickly as possible. Whereas prison's made for long-term stays.
Yeah, in prison, in prison you get I only say this because well, I've done 24 hours in a jail, and well, actually it was like 26 and a half hours by the time it was all said and done. But anyways, in prison, they give you cable TV. The commissary is completely different. You get to have amenities in your own cell. In jail it's you do not want to be in there. Like, no.
I have a relative who used to be a guard in a federal penitentiary.
Yeah, well, the feds is actually like one of the best places that you can go. You know,
he said that the inmates, how do I put this? The inmates run everything. The guards are just there to make sure it doesn't get out of control.
Yeah. And also,
that's basically all it is.
Guys, you don't mess around in a federal prison because some of those dudes, in a state prison, you'll have the smaller gang members. You go to federal, homeboy is a big league dude. He's a shot caller. You know what I'm saying? You mess with one of those dudes, your whole family's gonna get got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they will ruin your whole existence.
Your outside life, yeah.
Exactly. Guys, this last one here. Let's see. Jesus, look at this. Bitter beer face. Look at this chick right here, dude. Look at that.
A woman who made headlines for killing her sister in a live-streamed car crash was reportedly killed in a drive-by shooting. Reports from Stockton, California say Obdulia Sanchez died on December 2nd. In 2017, then 18-year-old Sanchez was driving drunk with her sister and a friend in the backseat of her car when she crashed the vehicle. She then continued streaming, even showing her sister's dead body to the audience.
I remember this.
She was sentenced to 6 years in prison.
He looks real sober.
Look at this stupid broad right here, guys.
Man.
Look at
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Jeff says that he's been to jail 5 times. Oof. Well, I hope you don't go back, man.
After pleading no contest to charges that included vehicular manslaughter. She was released after serving just over 2 years, but didn't stay out of trouble. After 2 years, she was back in court when cops say she refused to stop her car and led them on a police chase.
Look at that.
No arrests have been made in her death, and the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone with information to come forward.
Someone shot her, guys. So someone solved the problem for us. Evil says that the United States has the second largest prison in the world. Guys, here's the thing. Guys, put a 1.
China has way more people.
Yeah, and then everyone else on the panel.
Go ahead.
Please chime in on. It's not that difficult to stay out of jail in the United States. In general, guys, the United States doesn't ask for much. You really don't.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to stay out of jail. It really, really is. You know,
dude.
And weed is like legal now and a bunch of
stuff.
Stuff too.
Dude,
that helps a lot.
I have a friend of the opposite gender, redhead. Several years ago, I called her for something, and she started giving me some play-by-play on what happened to her a few months earlier. Let's just say it involved the police came to her house in the wee hours of the night for some odd reason, and instead of answering questions, what are redheads notorious for?
Melting off.
Spit. Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. She got an attitude with them, and she wound up
the SWAT member. Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what. And she's telling me this, and we're on the phone, and I'm just face palming, and I'm saying, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Well, what the hell else was I supposed to do? I said, "You didn't have to answer the damn door."
Yeah.
Said, you didn't have to do any of that. Well, I told him this, and I told him MF for this, and the next thing I know, I told him, go ahead and look in the garage. And I was like, oh, God, please tell me you didn't do that. They didn't have a warrant. Yeah, so she got introduced to, the legal system.
Yeah, there was this redheaded girl that my brother. Oops, hold on. I just accidentally deleted your message on accident. I didn't mean to. It was
not Pearl Davis.
That was a mistake on my part. Whoever's message that I deleted, I didn't mean to. So hold on. Let me see. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. Sorry, dude. I deleted your message on accident. There was a girl that my brother was dating back in 2004. And it was it was Christmas Eve, and she was coming from a Christmas party, and this cop pulled her over, and she's like, "Ma'am, do you know how fast you were going?" She's like, "No." He's like, and she's giving him attitude. He's like, "Ma'am, you know what? I think that I smell alcohol," and she's like, "Yeah, well, I think I smell bacon."
Oh shit!
He said. So she spent Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after in jail.
Oh, nice.
I have a question for Cord. Now, Cord, how many times? How long did it take you to smash her after she took?
Never did. No, true story. Never did.
Right.
No.
Yeah, right. We all know Korg was on his way.
We all know she likes the battering ram.
I know that.
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
That was Korg at our house the other night.
Hey, you want to talk cop stories and getting away with murder? I was going to work one time, and they had us doing some kind of training, and the training was early in the morning, but about an hour after I would normally get to work, and it was at an offsite location. So I was just driving straight to training, but it was I altered my route because of the time and all that. And I wasn't even paying attention. And one of the few times I actually took my eyes off the road because I was adjusting the volume on the radio, I looked up, saw the motorcycle cop, and realized, oh crap, I'm in the school zone. I pull over, and the guy barely rode his bike 100 feet. He comes up to the car, and he's all, license and insurance, please. And I said, hell, if I'd have known this, I would have made you work for it instead of pulling over so quickly. Sir, I appreciate the fact that you didn't do that. I said, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah. So guys, a divorce, right? We all know, guys, who files for divorce 80% of the time?
Women.
Okay. If it's college educated, it's 90% of the time, right? Guys, can you pretty much say, seeing as like older millennials are getting to be the most divorced, right? That divorce is probably one of, like, in the top 3 worst issues that are affecting men today.
Oh yeah.
Well, and children.
Yeah.
More children than the guys.
Yes.
I mean, the guys it's bad, but the children it's worse, and the women just don't seem to care.
Yeah. Guys, here is, hold on, divorce. Here's a chart. Hold on. Let me look at this. That's not a good one. Yeah. So guys, okay. Before you tell your stories, what do you think that young guys need to know about divorce? Because here's the thing. So, like, I'll start first, right? Guys, Look at this. I think that the 70s and the 80s, all of us like 80s kids, we were the ones to where we started seeing like every now and then you'd have that one friend in like middle school and elementary school whose parents were divorced, but everyone else's parents were married, right?
Yeah.
And then the 90s. You guys see this graphic here?
You know who we normally saw getting divorced in the 80s? It was always the kids whose parents were in the medical profession.
That's true.
Doctors or dentists or orthodontists. It was always them.
Yeah, that's true. This is 1900 to 2022.
Well, you know why? Because it's orthodontist.
Never misses an opportunity.
Hey, I know it. You know what? I clowned. Hey, Snowboard. I clowned on you on Friday, thinking you
weren't here.
Well, I'm not even going to apologize anymore.
But guys, look at this. The women's divorce rate. Look at that. 1900. Look at how low it was. Then the 80s, and now they actually say, look, so we're around here, and it's dropping, but less people are getting married too. So it's like, is it really dropping? You know? Look at that, guys.
Well, it's not as frequently because they're not getting married.
Yep.
or perhaps passport bros.
Yeah, well, it's both at this point now. The stats is that only 6 in 1,000 men are actually still deciding to get married.
Facts.
Think about that. 6 in 1,000.
Yeah, look at this, guys.
Wow.
Look at the Asian divorce rate. Look at how low it is. And then black.
Yep.
Look at that, guys. And then white is right here. Look at that, guys. Man, and of course, the more educated there. Guys, what a joke. But anyways,
and the crazy part about the black statistic is that black women are the least married.
Right.
They are the most divorced.
Yeah.
Least married, they file the most divorce.
Yeah. Yep. Now, guys, I think that there was this big jump in divorce rates because, guys, right here is when no-fault divorce first happened. Right here.
Yeah.
It started in California in '69 and then went nationwide in the 70s. So it culminated.
76
in the 80s, and that's why this seems like it's such a large. Because people who were previously married before were getting divorced, right? And it kind of settled in. And now this looks good, but the marriages have been going down at the same. So I believe that this is actually if it was the same population of people being married, it would still look like this.
Yeah.
But this is only going down because of less marriages. Now, guys, I think that a guy needs to understand two things, and then we'll go Korg, Snowboard, Collins, Secret, Lenny, and then Matthew and Wes, and then whoever wants to take the floor and start. As we'll start with what do young guys need to know about divorce? Okay.
Hey AJ, actually, if I could please say one thing before we get started, or before you start off here. So we've talked about the Kentucky law that mandated child custody would be automatic 50-50.
Yeah.
And the divorce rate took like a 30-some-odd% decline almost overnight. Mm-hmm. You know what else took a very, very sharp sudden decline? Accusations of AUs or SA or right, because what do so many of these broads do when they're getting ready to throw the hammer down for the divorce? They suddenly all of a sudden they're getting used and
DV,
or DV, and in Kentucky, imagine that. It turns out that the rate of quote unquote accusations also took a very sharp decline.
Yep, funny, right?
Yeah,
funny
how that works.
I don't see any correlation.
It's very similar to what you always say, AJ, because they're always either the victims or the heroes in their own stories. And
99% of the time, they're volunteers. Yeah,
and they'll have paperwork to bring to the court and act like they're a lawyer.
Yep,
because they'll have a report and receipt.
Look, guys, the late 60s marked a huge change. So divorce rates climbed much faster starting this decade and rose through the 70s and the early 80s. The biggest reason was the spread of no-fault divorce laws. These laws made it easier for couples to end a marriage without blaming one person. So
or just that there didn't need to be a reason.
Yeah, there was 23 divorces for every 1,000 married women. That's crazy. Look at this. U.S. divorce statistics, they showed a slow, steady decline in younger adults waited longer to get married. So that means that there wasn't as many marriages.
Yeah.
And now they're saying the cough, divorce rates, but marriage rates drop. So guys, I hope that you guys know that it doesn't matter why you get divorced. Everyone's going to think that it's your fault. Guys, no matter why you get divorced, everyone's going to think that it's your fault. No matter what. Oh, Korg, you got divorced? What'd you do? Oh, Korg, she cheated? What'd you do? Right? Guys, no matter what, if you get divorced, it is going to be your fault. Here's the thing. Another thing too, guys. When you get divorced, no one's on your side except maybe your friends, your family. But even then, some of them might believe your ex-wife's claims of DV. Guys, the judge doesn't care. The lawyers don't care. Society doesn't care. No one cares, man. When you get divorced, other than your wolf pack and your mom, your dad, who are hopefully still alive and on your team, guys, no one cares. Korg.
Yo.
What do you think? What do you want young guys to know about divorce?
Number one, it really sucks when you're first going through it. Number two, it's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And number three, no matter how much she threatens you, the best advice that I would give somebody who is going through it, or months from now somebody is going through it, do not pass an opportunity to shut up.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I don't know. I don't. You don't talk to anybody, and when I mean you don't talk to anybody, I mean anybody, because you don't know who or how information will get back to her.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, don't just bend over and take it. There's an old, I don't know if anybody here has ever played ball or had a child who's played on a t-ball league or a baseball league, but you got the coach that always says, go down swinging. And we had a panel not too long ago where I surprised the guys when I said, oh, hell yeah, I fought her in court. And you're damn right. I was the pig in the mud and I loved getting dirty. Go down swinging. Absolutely. And don't do like these simps who say, well, I don't want to leave her destitute and I don't want to do that. No. You go in there like blood sport, that two people enter and one person leaves, and you make damn sure that you're going to make it look like you fought your best, because you will be surprised. Because when I had to go through, we didn't even have to go through a trial. She looked so bad that the judge was basically telling her lawyer, you better tell her she's getting a real good deal. Because I got the house, I got all kinds of stuff, and just got by with, I want to say 18 months of of payments.
Wow.
I don't remember. Yeah, and
Coke is like a city boy.
That's right. And then we had a custody trial, and we made it. My lawyer, the lawyer that I got after that, was so good that he figured out the judge was in a bad mood when we got to the courthouse and put her on the stand first. And the first thing she started doing was blaming me for everything, pissed the judge off. So, you know, you don't, I'm sorry for rambling for so long, but don't go by word of mouth. You find finding a good lawyer is really tough. And I've had other guys that have said, you know, if you're going through a divorce, get a woman, because they will fight dirty. And also, if she threatens you with, I'm going to file a protection order, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay, just don't respond. That pisses them off the most, is when you don't respond. It's called gray rock. Okay. And when you don't respond, they don't know how to act. But oh no, I went through that too. She filed a VPO on me, and the judge basically laughed her out of the courtroom on that. So
indifference is a weapon of the
yes,
guys. You know what I'm saying? It really is the best thing that you can do in any situation, especially with women, is show indifference, because that's because you're gonna live rent free in their head. You know?
Yes, that. And then don't get involved in any relationships or anything until afterward, because what's really going to piss her off if you find somebody afterward is if that somebody else is younger than she was. And they're done that, and it was great. So I'll yield the floor.
Yeah, snowboard. What do you think young guys should learn? What do you want young guys to learn about marriage? I mean, about divorce.
Well, I'd say divorce is kind of about marriage in a way.
Yeah.
And I think maybe marriage it doesn't mean what it does now. Right now, it doesn't mean anything. Like, people don't take those vows seriously. So it should be like, till death do us part. I'm here for, like, give me ride or die, you know, husband or wife, whatever. And people just don't take that commitment seriously. They cheat all the time now and stuff. So I would say that, or maybe kind of what I'm thinking is, like, if it's a girl from like another country or culture that is more traditional, but besides that, it's just, you know, it's really not worth it. It used to hold more social credit than it does now too. So, you know, I'm not married, so, and I'm not really looking to be married. So maybe no, marry up. If you're gonna marry up when they have more money. So definitely do that. So that's what I would say if you're gonna do that.
Yeah. Evil
He's just waiting for the right B-dub to nail down.
for some B-dub lawyer or judge to swoop in and, you know, and make him a house husband, you know? So Evil says the second marriages have a higher divorce rate, 60-70%. The first marriages and third marriages is even higher. Look at that, guys. If you get married and get a divorce, guys, don't do it again. But yeah, thanks for the $5, man.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Who is next? Colin.
Well,
what do you want young guys to know about divorce?
Well, I've never been married, mainly because in all my years of working a blue collar job, dude, I heard all the horror stories about family court, divorce court. So I've never been married, but the one thing I do know about marriage or divorce is the reason it's so expensive is because it's fucking worth it.
Facts, yes. That's true, guys. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you've heard that. If you've seen a guy get cooked and divorced, but after it he was happier and bugging around.
I'll jump back in and say, contrary to what the song says, it is not cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, that's true. Because guys, your time, your sanity, that's more
Your
important.
health, all that,
your health
absolutely.
is more important
Yeah,
than
yeah,
anything else.
yeah.
Yep. C-Grip. What do you want young guys to know about divorce?
AJ, I want you to go back to that chart that showed the increase in divorce. I'm going to tell you the aftermath. So I work with retirees. And so one thing that I need all of you men to do tomorrow morning, look at your retirement plan, go talk to your HR, find out if your retirement plan is subject to the ERISA Act of 1984, ERISA, the ERISA Act of 1974. What that piece of legislation did was give women gave your spouse, it gives your spouse a 50% beneficial interest in your retirement account. The day you say I do, from day one, you could have $1 million in retirement benefits on Tuesday, get married on Wednesday, and your spouse automatically gets a 50% beneficial interest, which means which means
some Warren Buffett stuff.
You cannot do a withdrawal. You cannot take out of a loan. You cannot do anything that reduces her. Yeah. So that's the first thing I need every single person in here to do.
I'm sorry.
You think I'm joking? You think I'm joking?
No. He said that's some Warren Buffett stuff.
No.
Guys, you know what? Hey,
I don't want to interrupt.
I'm gonna donate a super chat to have you booted one of
these
days.
Guys, no, guys.
Fund.
Guys, seriously, you know what? Hold on. I think Snowboard just coined a new term on the channel. That is these 304s when they're freaking getting guys in divorce, and child support.
White.
Yeah, that's Warren Buffett investing, right?
Warren Buffett, yeah.
Please don't. You're just rewarding bad behavior.
You're just encouraging him at this point.
Yes.
Guys, yes. Anytime that we see like some hot young chick with some Poindexter, Warren Buffett. That's what she's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Look at that.
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, secret.
So if you go back to the AJ's chart and you start seeing the increase, look at how it went up exponentially after 1974.
Yeah.
So your spouse beneficial interest cannot go below 50%. And so, and I've seen so many dudes get cooked. It's called a quadro, a qualified domestic relationship order. And I have seen more women become millionaires.
Damn.
Due to divorce. And I've seen more than my fair share of dudes have to prolong their retirement. Second,
look at Mackenzie Bezos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Melinda Gates.
So Monday morning.
Any woman billionaire.
See, you cut out, man.
He's out if your retirement plans are subject to the ERISA Act of 1974.
Damn.
Oh, did I go out?
You did.
You're back now. Though.
See, someone doesn't want me spitting this knowledge to y'all. Mr. Man.
Who is it?
So
you guys
hear me?
That van pull up.
Oh, yeah.
Those dudes in black suits come up to C-Grip's house.
They're gonna Gitmo your black ass.
I know, straight up.
I'm telling you right now, an ounce secure is worth a pound of prevention.
Yeah.
And so that's the first thing. The second thing, if you are someone, guys, I'm telling you right now, call me Negro Damas, but I'm predicting the future right now. I'm serious. Call me Negro Damas. I'm telling you right now, in the next 2 to 5 years, these women are going to be looking for backup plans. So something else. know your laws around cohabitation, but also spousal support. And so for a lot of states, 5 years, your spouse is entitled to spousal support. Most states, 10 years, entitled to spousal support. Also, with Social Security, once you've been married for 10 years, get divorced, your wife is entitled to 50%. She can get spousal Social Security. And one of the claiming strategies I see a lot of these divorcees that have been married for at least 10 years, or they get divorced short after their term out, is that they cut their spouse's Social Security so they can prolong getting their Social Security, and so they can get more money. And so that's something else to be cognizant of.
Yeah.
I want to add something to what Seagrip said. Know your local laws when it comes to common law marriage. Don't believe what people say when they say, "Oh, well, if you live together for 7 years, you're automatically married." It varies by state.
That's true. Facts.
And
facts.
Yeah, and so those are the two big things, because right now, in the next 2 to 5, and right now AI is getting to the point to where it can replace 12% of the job force. AI right now could literally replace 12% of the job force, and we're going to start seeing that in the next 24 to 36 months, in my opinion. And guess what? AI, they don't pay federal income tax, they don't pay state tax or local tax. So a lot of these entitlements that women are able to take advantage of depends on tax revenue, and that's going to be drastically reduced. And so for a lot of these women,
most of these jobs are women's jobs. So if these chicks act like we're their biggest enemy, guys. That's who they need to worry about. It's freaking Skynet, dude. Deadass.
Don't forget, Florida put the kibosh on forever alimony.
Yeah,
and I think a lot more states are going to follow.
I hope so. I really do.
And I think Snowboard said it best. Was it Korg? The disparity. Leave these broke, bitter chicks alone, because a woman don't no people. If you're gonna, how can I put it? Marriage is a business, and if you want to go in this is not the days of yesteryears where your grandfather, great grandfather. No, these women today, they plot their exit strategy well before, and so you gotta pay attention to the tea leaves. And so I'll stop there and I'll just jump in as needed. But yeah, those are 2 things: double check your retirement plan and protect yourself. If you do have an ERISA plan, and start looking at how you can start transitioning out of that. Once again, this is not advice or recommendation. Although I'm an advisor, I'm not your advisor.
Right.
So I just want to give that disclosure.
It's just one man to another.
It's like I think CGA says men are in love, women are in business.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. This is why they say that the modern day women, they plan their divorce well before they plan their wedding or even the marriage themselves. Because look at how these women, they refer to marriage now. They now talk about men as their starter husbands. So
they say have a backup plan.
The one thing that saved me,
they're planning to do that from the jump.
So with my ex-fiance, there's a couple of things that saved me from making that bad decision. And I'm not going to go into detail. We'll say that for the passport stream. But one of the things that caused me to have to prolong things, and was glad that she wasn't on point, was because of my the assets that I have. And I have a lot of precious metals and collectibles, and so because of the amount that I have in those assets, with trying to put together my prenup was just a monumental task. And then that's one thing: get a prenup, because here's the thing: you either create your own or you're going to adopt the state's prenup.
No, man. No, dude, you need to go Google or YouTube, LoopTube some of these videos out there from some of these lawyers out there. The prenups aren't even any good anymore, because all these activists, womanist judges, and the TradCon judges, they will willy-nilly throw out prenups now. If you talk to any real good family law attorney, they will tell you that if you are going to get married and you do a prenup, now what they're having to do is actually having to have the woman come into a law office with her own attorneys and sign in front of multiple notary, the people that sign up, because more and more. All these, women, they're now saying, "Oh, I signed a prenup only under duress."
Yeah, I was under duress. Yeah, right. Please.
Well, that's the key.
That's the key right there. Exactly.
You get you get her. She gets an attorney, and you get an attorney, and so here's the deal. Marriage is a contract. It always has been. There are 3 elements to a contract: offer, acceptance, and consideration. Everything else is window dressing. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
And so you have, like what Colin brings up, you have 2 different attorneys because they're both looking out for their individual client's best interests.
Yeah.
And then I've also heard you wait 4 months before you get married because that's the quote unquote cooling off period for both people.
Yeah.
Then these women can't pull this. Well, I was under duress. I didn't understand, blah, blah. Now you had plenty of time to get into it. But again, you need to consult with a lawyer in your state.
Yeah.
Or you can solve it.
That's what I was just about. That's what I was waiting to say because of this.
But always get an attorney whose name ends in Stein or Berg.
Yeah. But that brings up a very good point, a quick point. That's actually a serious point. AJ, how many times do you say it's a small group of men that are making money and taking advantage? And all those people are in that room. Yeah, they're all making money off of you.
Yep.
Everyone and the judges and stuff too. But they're, like you just said, so you might have everyone else is taking from you in this process. That's all they can do is like take from you, including judges and all the garbage, the filings. They make it difficult for the average person to do anything. Yeah. So if you get a lawyer, it is worth it, but they're like making so much money over like.
Well, guys, did I tell you that? You guys remember that one? That one beat up judge who got arrested. She was drunk on body cam, and it turned out that she was one of the judges that didn't even really do anything, but then she got paid a bunch.
Oh yeah,
she's from Georgia. The majority of the court costs, guys, they get a percentage of the court costs, so they want you to keep going to court over and over and over and over and over again and paying court costs. You know,
everyone when you go to court that's what I'm saying. All those people are making money every single time, no matter what happens.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. It's like they set up these tolls of the different things you need to do that they're just collecting money along the way.
Yep. And child support and alimony, a percentage goes into the judge's retirement fund. That's why they
he's just sitting there making money.
Yeah, $250,000 and then retire millionaires. But here, guys, quick, we'll do Lenny, Matt, Wes, Sorry, and Anonymous. Just tell what you think young guys should know about divorce, and then anyone who wants to take the floor to tell a divorce story, take the floor. But let's get through the knowledge part first. So Lenny, Matt, Wes, Sorry, and then Anonymous. Lenny, what do you want young guys to know about divorce?
Yeah, C-Grip did a really good job touching on the finance aspect of it, and this indirect, financial thing is your credit's probably going to take a pretty big hit when you're taking a divorce. Also, that's one of the biggest things I ran into. Damn. Because your divorce decree might say, hey, yeah, all debts will be, equally split. That doesn't mean that she has to pay them. Guess what? That's still going to go on your credit. Damn. And you're going to be, and if you don't want it on your credit, guess who's going to end up paying it? Wow. So luckily I was in the military at the time and I was deploying, making some money. So it took me about a year or so to pay off what would have taken me, about 5 years probably in actual life. And, and that just affects you following on, when you're trying to get away from her during the divorce too. It's going to affect you trying to find housing or whatever else. I had enough money to these places. I was like, hey, I'll pay double deposit, whatever. But they're like, no, I don't care. You're active duty military. I don't care this. We have to go by the credit score because the company over us. That's their bottom line. They will.
Hats.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's all credit.
This is crazy. Guys, think about Lenny. Guys, Lenny, he was deployed, fighting for our country, right? Risking his life. And he had to worry about this demon succubus 304 that was destroying his bank account and his life back in the civilian world. Isn't that nuts?
It's more common than it's not.
Yeah,
it's more common than it's not.
Lenny.
What's up, man?
Lenny, my ex. So we had a pickup.
Here, let's go for the story time afterwards. Let's
Okay.
Get through the knowledge part, and then you guys can cook. Anything else, Lenny?
That part I said, and this is gonna sound cliche and the same talking points over and over, but gentlemen, go with your gut instinct if you think she's messing around. This was back in about 2005, where there wasn't as much of a digital footprint. Nowadays, there's a lot bigger digital footprint, but go with your gut instinct if you think, and never take a cheater back ever. Seriously.
Yes.
You're gonna feel like you're gonna feel like you're obligated to because of the kids and all that, but no, don't do it. It's not worth it. Okay. So those are my biggest things, man. I know we're kind of running over on this, but those are my biggest points I wanted to hit on.
Matt, you're next.
Once your woman take another man in any of her holes, she's no longer your woman.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just wanted to be real quick with my what I wanted to say. From what I've spoken to other people who've gotten divorces and other lawyers, the number one thing that I could recommend is to always get a lawyer off the bat. She files for a divorce, you get a lawyer. That should be the next step. And then I had a number of friends go through divorces, and the number one mistake that they made is thinking that if they showed the court that she was more responsible for the relationship terminating or ending, that somehow that would reflect positively on them when it came to child custody, and that all goes right out the window with no fault divorce. Like,
so your friends actually thought that they would get justice,
that it would positively. It would positively reflect on them if they proved in the court of law that she was the one who's cheating.
Wow.
And that has no bearing on a lot of the decisions that are made. And I think that it's deliberately that way, because cheating happens so much coming from wives, so much more in that direction.
Yeah. Guys, that's why we do courtroom madness. That's why I have that one series that I used to do on Thursdays, guys, and I have videos that I do, because you guys know there are guys that think that the courts are fair. They go to Kinko's, they make copies, right, guys? They get their manila folders, right? They go into court thinking that they're gonna win. And then the judge slams that gavel down, and they finally realize. Sorry. Wait, there it is.
You've been had. You've been took.
All appropriate.
Well, that's why I keep saying you got to get a lawyer.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
The many times the woman's lawyer, if a husband comes and he's not represented by a lawyer, and they try to show evidence of infidelity and him catching them, like, the lawyer is an expert in delaying the trial or delaying hearings and preventing him from submitting that evidence to the court. And that's why you have to have a lawyer on your end, so that they know how to submit that evidence. And then it they can't play some of the dirty tricks that somebody else alluded to. Somebody else said that to get a female lawyer. Absolutely. You want to play dirty. And they know kind of the ins and outs and the tricks. And I also just wanted to share this. Somebody said that you don't know how information is going to get back to her, to shut your mouth. You don't know how true that is. That source of information can even be sometimes your own lawyer. Your own lawyer can unintentionally disclose things that you said to them to that person's to the opposing counsel, and then that who do you think that opposing counsel talks to? She absolutely goes to the other side.
Yeah.
And so there are so many different ways that things that you say can get disclosed, whether it's intentional or not intentional. And so you don't bring things up unless you need to.
Yeah. And guys, stay off social media.
Yes.
If you're in the middle of divorce and you get a raise, or even if it's after divorce and stuff, guys, you get a raise. Don't show off your new project car or your new vet or your new friggin' motorcycle. Take pictures in Dubai, guys. Don't do it. Don't
go dark. Bravo zero going dark, and you stay dark.
Yeah. Wes, what do you think?
Yes.
Guys should know. Young guys should know about divorce.
I think it's all been covered, but I will just say, it bears repeating that one thing in my divorce, what I wish I had done, I wish I had hired an attorney right away. I didn't, but then it got to a point where I did. So yeah, hire an attorney right away. I forgot who said what. If a woman takes another man in any of her holes, she's not your woman anymore. That's more than that. Like I asked my wife at the time if she had sex with him. She said, "Well, you can't ask me that." I was like, "Yeah, I can. We're still married." And she said, "Well, there was kissing and hugging, but that was it." Right. So my attorney, which I didn't believe her, my attorney told me that doesn't matter. That's still infidelity.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, you got to remember, a ring don't plug a hole.
Look at that. This guy over here. Let me see. Sorry.
Also, one more thing. I just want to say, don't bicker about little things. Like first she was in our house and I was living somewhere else. Then I was moving back into the house. She was moving out. And she asked, can I take the couch? I said, take it. Can I take the fridge? I said, take it. She could have taken the kitchen sink out with a chair. So, don't bicker about stuff that's not that important. So,
I've got a story after that goes along with that.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. What do you want young guys to know about divorce?
Well, I'd say it's more about what I would like them to know about marriage, in that it really, marriage today more than ever does not offer a man anything that simply, quote, living in sin doesn't offer.
That's true.
The minor tax advantages of being married do not outweigh your mental health, your physical health, your monetary health. It's just not worth it. I mean, modern women have done a fantastic job of demonstrating their unworthiness of a man's money, energy, attention, and time. Again, a CGA quote. But it's not worth it. I wouldn't even advise cohabitating with a woman. I mean, truly, for your own mental health and happiness. I mean, look at the overwhelming majority of married persons' households. When you walk in, how does the home hit you? Does it hit you as if the woman has complete control over the home, or do you walk in there feeling like the man has had an equal say in all the decorations and the colors and the doily patterns for the table, and it's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, a man's home should be his castle.
Hold on, guys. So the light says, I hope you read this comment. My a brother got divorced a few years ago. He's been kind of struggling. Rather than accept help, he tries to drag me down. The light, you gotta keep him at arm's length, bro.
Crabs in a bucket.
Yeah, you can only look. You can only tell him. You can only introduce him to like red pill and stuff, guys. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? All you can do is look him in the eyes, right?
You can't handle the truth,
and just walk away. You can take logic and reason and beat dudes upside the head with it, and some dudes are just so dense or they're so blue-pilled and beta that it's not going to sink in. So
it's one of the few areas where the men are as bad as the women.
Facts,
Neither one of them likes seeing a single happy man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because the man sees what he's missing out on, and the woman sees what she doesn't have control of.
Yep. Anonymous, you're unmuted, pal. I had to meet you earlier because of your background noise. But yeah,
Can you hear me?
What do you want young guys to know about divorce?
I probably would say to the guys, like, number one, like with your assets and things, like you need to hide assets. So buy gold. That's a good way to hide, because it's also inflation proof. Because like if you have it in money and things like that, it's easy to track. It's easy to for anyone to be divvied up, right? I mean, what if someone's been unfaithful to you? Why the heck should you share anything?
That's true. That's true.
And the other thing is like if you get divorced and you have kids, like you need to do everything in your power to stay in those kids' lives, because that succubus will mess them up, man.
Here's the thing, though. Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
Here. Let's talk about that really fast, and then we'll segue to story time here. But guys, do you guys agree with me that at some point, guys, if the woman's making your life a living hell trying to see your kids, and you've been arrested and all this other stuff, falsely accused of essaying your own kids, at some point you just got to walk away?
Yeah.
There can come a point. Hold on, because I've seen it happen, guys. If you're fighting Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, prime Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, at some point you're gonna have to get out of the ring and just go to the locker room. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna win. These women, they have the whole system set up to where they alienate your kids. They're taking away your time, your money, your freedom. There can come a point to where it's just not worth your health and your sanity and your freedom to try and pursue this pathway where you're never going to win. Now, yes, there are guys that don't have malicious exes, but guys, I've seen guys put a 1 if you know a guy where he goes through absolute hell to even see his kids once a month.
I got buddies with horror stories about this.
Guys who end up in jail. If you're in jail every other month, you get felonies, you can't have a job. What are you going to keep fighting with? At some point, you got to weigh your pros and cons, start a college fund, and say, you know what? When my kids are 15, 16, 17, I'm going to have this college fund for them, and hopefully they reach out to me, and I can tell them, look, guys, I tried my damnedest, but your mother wanted to gatekeep. And this also happens. Let's just say Sorry is cool with his wife, right? His ex-wife. And they have kids. But then what happens? Sorry gets a new hot little Brazilian girlfriend. And then, well, what does the ex-wife say? I'm gonna kill your bitch ass, bitch! All of a sudden, he can't see his kids, and all of a sudden, he's taking them to court.
His kids are a pawn. Her kids are a pawn now.
Oh yeah, they always use the kids as a pawn.
Yeah, she's taking him to court, and then all of a sudden,
one corollary to what you say is when the children are under the age of 10, they're going to be exposed to, when the dad, if the guy walks away, they're going to be exposed to your dad was nothing but a no good bum, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Blah. When they're older than that, they know she's a royal pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yep.
And in some states, when the child reaches 13, they can go to dad and say, "I'd rather live with you." And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dad can
Yeah.
petition the judge, and the court will say, "You know what? Dad's going to go, or kids are going to go live with dad."
Yeah. Yeah.
Women don't like that.
I have a video
No.
on TikTok of this girl. I'm doing a video on it, and she said the craziest thing she ever did was meet her dad as an adult. When she was 18, she met him and realized that her mom lied the entire time.
Yes.
She said that your dad's a dirty, no good piece of trash. Blah. He never tried to look for you. Blah 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 blah.
Wow.
And then somehow she found him, and he was like, "Oh my God, you're still alive."
Yes.
Your mom said you were dead.
Yeah.
And she said she realized it was all.
That's how
lie.
you get like psychosis and stuff
Yes.
like that.
But guys,
You don't
these
believe
chicks-
anything.
Well, you guys remember that one lead attorney, a video that I showed you of the woman whose boyfriend was in jail because his ex-wife had said that he essayed his own kids, and now he's in the worst jail in Georgia, like trying to get his trial going because she just straight said that he essayed his own kids. If that case ever gets over with, like he has to wear an ankle monitor if he gets out on bail, can't go back to Connecticut where he lives. Like she was shocked. You guys remember that? The black woman wearing the green, she was shocked at how cooked her boyfriend was just on her saying stuff. That guy, once that gets resolved, he needs to never, ever, ever talk to his wife or kids again. I'm sorry to say it, but it's too risky. He was the one, guys, he was paying all his wife's bills for years after they got divorced. And then, of course, he met the new girlfriend. So the new girlfriend wanted to start a life and said, "You're not paying her bills anymore, her mortgage or her car payment." And what did the ex-wife say?
Ellie, I'm gonna kill you, you fucking whore.
And next thing you know, he's in jail. You guys, you cannot reasonably say that guy is not better off walking away, keeping his veins cold, keeping his feelings in check, and then starting a college fund, and then hoping his kids reach out to him later. Guys, what do you think?
I mean, that situation's crazy.
And one thing that I would recommend for guys who are genuinely in that position where just risking the contact with the kids is going to create issues, or the kids are themselves, fully bought into mom's craziness and don't want to have anything to do with them. In my opinion, something that is worthwhile doing is dad should set up a Gmail account or some other reliable free email that's going to be around for a while. One for each of the kids that may be involved, and basically write your child a periodic email of referencing, talking about important events in your life, in their life. If just even for mundane things, on their birthday, wish them a happy birthday, the Merry Christmas, talk about the family, et cetera, because at some point when hopefully the kids start to come around, you can give them the password to that account, and they can see that you were thinking about them.
Yeah,
you were involved with
That's
them.
a good idea.
Good point. Can I just add something in a similar vein where we kind of see the same phenomenon? I remember I was watching a live stream about relationships, and they were asking men why they don't get involved with single mothers, and they wanted to know. And the number one reason is that when a man comes outside of the relationship, gets involved with a single mother, and gets involved with the children, that only becomes a liability to him. Because if you think that this is an isolated case of women making false allegations to manipulate a court, you're absolutely wrong. This happens in very many different spheres where women use this one allegation because they know it's like a red line. Because children are involved, and there are all of these things that happen at the drop of a hat, because again, children are involved, and they know that there's this knee-jerk reaction. And the other side of this is whether you're talking single men getting involved with single mothers or men that are getting divorced from their wives. There are no consequences for these women for making a false allegation against these men.
But also, too,
none.
even if a guy does get along with the kids, that woman can take those kids away from him at any point. They aren't his.
Yep.
They aren't his. I know guys where they.
Well, that's
they
what I was saying about the.
That they met a single mom, and her kids were great. She was great, and then all of a sudden she just left, and now it's like, guys, once we develop that relationship, we actually start to see those kids as our own, right? And then another thing too, guys, my dad was, my mom was a single mom when my dad met her, but my mom told my sister, "This is your father now, and he could discipline her." These new moms say, "This is my child. You are not disciplining my child," right?
Yep.
Guys, Nick Nack says
it's an autistic little smartass too.
I know
sometimes it is.
Actually, they'll do it both ways. They'll say, he's in charge, you do what he says, and then they'll turn around when you start getting on the kids. Don't talk to my kids like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
AJ, I got to say something.
Nick Nack says that I'm a Latin guy who works with a lot of laid back, high earning white guys who are just too nice to women. They spend $300 to $400 on first dates. Whoa. Tell them that they haven't earned anything. Great show. Well, thanks for the great show, but $300, $400 on a date.
That's
insane.
I wouldn't even dude, I'm a white guy. I ain't spending that much on some broad.
I wouldn't even buy these sneezers.
You better knick-knack my nutsack.
Exactly. And even then, give her cab fare to go home.
Hey, thanks for the $10, dude.
You are scaring the hoes.
Look at guys, and then he has another super chat. He just follow up on my super chat. My grandpa told me, never give a woman all your love or money. It's an old Latin saying. It's been the best advice ever. Facts, guys, because they'll just take and take and take and take. You give an inch, they will take a mile, right?
Seriously, garlic croutons, dude.
Anonymous, you were saying?
I was gonna say, man, like you may disagree with me with this, but it's like I'm from a divorced family, right? And like my mom did everything to try and get my old man to like interact with me and my brother. Like he was always welcome in the house. He could come around anytime he wanted. Just wasn't interested. And I will say a big problem with what we are experiencing now is a remnants of the boomer male attitude towards a lot of this stuff, where they, quite frankly, a lot of old boomers were freaking horn dogs. They were going out diddling short skirts behind their wives and stuff like that. And all these women got jaded, and now we're suffering with the repercussions.
The majority of men have never been able to cheat. It was always.
I disagree.
No, dude.
Happened all the time where I grew up.
Maybe in England.
Yeah.
No, dude. Think about it. No.
Oh, I think in his case, maybe it's different.
How, guys? The majority. Okay.
I grew up on a council estate, which is like government housing. People are still out working, but I'm telling you, dude, like these guys that I grew up with when I was a little kid, these dudes were horn dogs, man. They were always down the pub, looking at the barmaids, like all this stuff.
But that's probably still a small percentage. You cannot say that the majority of men of any population are out there cheating when the majority of women find the majority of men to be unattractive. Most men have never been able to cheat. They've barely been able to get one woman. You know what I'm saying?
Not majority, but I'm saying there was enough of them because, again, women talk, man. They talk to each other. And then all of this animosity comes around, and that
anonymous. But here's the issue: you might have been in a situation where your father didn't want to be around, but the majority of the situations that the woman is taking the kids away from the fathers.
Yeah,
that's the default setting now. Is the father is usually doing everything that he can. He's getting up. He's going to work. He's a good guy. There's no what is it called? The bullshit reason that women file for divorce.
Irreconcilable
differences. Yeah, that is not. Oh, he's cheating. It's not cheating.
No,
it's not
I will say men now, like especially from like 15 years ago to like now, they are some of the best men I've ever.
I think men have always been this way. You remember, our nature is selfless. Men's nature, up until the 60s and the 70s, men were okay with meeting a woman, courting her, going to her dad's house saying, I would like to court your daughter, going to the malt shop. You guys share a little malt thing. You go to Lookout Point, kiss a little bit, get married, bang, and then have kids. That's what the majority of people were doing.
Maybe I just grew up with a bunch of British nug-nugs.
Yeah, probably. But
I was gonna say your dad is T-Nug. Your dad's T-Nug.
Your dad is Pub Nug. You see Anonymous's dad going through all the whores and the neighborhood's houses.
Hello, love. I'm about to stinky finger. Right?
My wank is doing a royal salute.
Tea bags in every single pub.
Yeah, look at that.
Is a wink the same as a nudge to a blind bat, eh? Fancy a shag, eh?
But yeah.
His dad's Austin Powers.
Yeah, guys, I honestly know more guys. You guys remember? I don't know if anyone here was on the channel. I had my friend Chris. He was on a live stream, and guys, he has custody of his two girls. And this was the one argument that he and I got in, where he was saying that oh no, you should always fight for your kids. Always. And I said, well, you won, so that's nice for you to say, right? But some guys cannot imagine that they can get completely destroyed. That women have the whole, you're sitting there on the field with the ball, and the wife has got the whole Baltimore Ravens defense coming at you, and the refs are against you.
Have you ever played Risk?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had an opportunity when you were playing Risk that somebody with a buttload of armies came after one of your countries and you didn't have diddly dick there, but you kicked his ass in every dice roll?
Yes.
That's how you have to. No, that is what you have to do. And the reason why I'm saying that, and that's something I wanted to bring up in this, is you might be the guy who creates that chink in the armor of the system.
I understand
because I live in a red state where people would not believe that I actually was able to not only beat her back, but also got custody after a year thanks to somebody else's efforts.
I understand this, but what if you roll the dice and you lose?
That's why I say go down swinging.
Listen. That's what I'm saying. But once you go down far enough, you realize you're down and out. That's my point. I agree with you to say, roll the dice, guys, get a lawyer, fight. But at some point, if the person gets up on the table, whips it out and pisses on the wrist board, stop playing the game. They pissed on the board.
I think it's up to you to.
It's not worth playing anymore.
Where you get to the point where you say, I'm eating Hungry Man dinners, I'm out. Fine. But don't tap out early. That's why
I never said that.
No, I get that. That's why I said the other night, I'm the pig in the mud. If she's threatening you, I'm going to do this, and this.
Yes. But
all right, batter up, because guess what? I'm going to make you spend money.
But that's A and B. I'm talking about Y and Z. I'm talking about she's done all these SA claims. You're in jail. You have ankle monitor on. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff to where you've lost. You are down and out. You are out of lives. That contra code's not working anymore. And either you'll go back to jail or you're gonna have a lead lunch. You know what I'm saying?
I know
guys, hold on, guys. Stop and hit the like button, guys. We have 70 likes. I think we have like 90-something people. Here, guys, hit the like button, guys. Thanks for the super chats. For all you guys who don't know, guys, we will have another channel early next year, guys. That'll be 3NN News. So, guys, I will announce that channel in January, right, guys? So that'll be something fun. And, guys, I want you guys to send stories. I think we have a 3NN News tab, right? Do we? I'm going to start covering stories. I'll make a 3NN News tab. And then, guys, drop any stories that you see in there, and I'll cover them on the other channel. So now, guys, really fast. Who was saying something? And then I want whoever to take the floor because we'll talk about stories. So someone else.
Well, one last thing I want to bring up is
a guy like that.
Go ahead.
Just to kind of play devil's advocate, because both of these things are right if that's what your gut feeling says. But in AJ's case, of the way that he was saying it is, I knew this guy that a friend of a friend, but he was in a divorce and it kept consuming his whole life, taking all his money, all his health. And my other friend said like he was gonna like bail him out of jail and help him do a few things. And I told my friend, I was like, don't even help this guy. It's like it's just this consumes his whole life. And it makes me not even want to like hang out with you as a friend because it's affecting you now. So like that, but that guy should have just let it go and done what one of you other guys said. I think sorry officer or something, doing the email thing. He should have done something like that because he was sincere. He cared about his daughter and stuff. But with him and his wife, it was literally like killing him. And I told my friend, like, you can't help this person anymore. Like they're cooked. They're so obsessed with it that it dominates their life and it will actually push. Like this other friend was one of the last people to be like helping him. You know what I mean? So now this guy's cooked.
Yeah, what you're saying goes with something Red Door said in the chat that I wanted to bring up, and that is document everything.
Yeah.
When you document everything and you give it to your attorney will know what's relevant and what isn't.
That's true. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So story time, guys. Who wants to go first? Wes, I know that you had emailed me offline. So if you want to tell your story first, you have the floor.
Okay. Well, first off, I think I'm the old guy here. I'm 62. That's fine.
Those darn kids. These young whippersnappers.
It's all good. No, we got married. My wife and I got married back in 1998. And around 2016, she reconnected with an ex-boyfriend. And she came to me and said, well, I haven't been happy in our marriage for some time. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's what got it going. So I moved in with a guy who's my son, his dad, that, he lived in the same neighborhood. So that was convenient. Then after a while, my mom did me a solid. My mom is anybody who knows her told her she's the sweetest person in the world, but she's 92 now. But at the time she was in her 80s. But my ex called her up, was explaining something to her. And my mom would cut her off. She said, no, I've observed you for 19 years. And that's when she was living in our house. But then she came to me really humble and she said, well, I'm going to go and move out and you can move in the house. So we were separated, and after a while, I said, "Well, I'm just gonna hire an attorney." And my attorney, I wish I could give my attorney a medal. He was great, but child support had already been set up through the child support office. I didn't understand about that, and I agreed to some things I shouldn't have, which is why I should have hired an attorney sooner. But so when we I hired an attorney, filed. She would serve papers. And here's where she dropped the ball. This is great. This helped out a lot. she didn't rate. There's a date on this on that you have to respond by, and like she didn't respond in time. So my attorney came to me and said, "Okay, well, she's in default. We're going to go to court on this date, and you don't need to mention anything to your wife about this." So I said, "Gotcha." So we went there, and it was she was in default. She didn't even show up in court. She didn't know about it. So it got taken care of a lot easier. I was a lot quicker, more quickly, and excuse me. So child support was already set up, but later on she married her ex-boyfriend. But this guy, I don't know what he didn't have a job. He had some kind of disability or something, and he drank a lot. And he was an atheist, and that's his choice. But they got married, and less than a year later, he died. He was just 46 years old. So then I remember I was at work in my part-time job. She called up, "Oh, he's died. What do I do?" I said, "Well, okay, I'm at work. I got to go." And then later on at his funeral, okay, I'm going to be a little vague and ambiguous here. She got herself into a situation. The kids were living with her. Our oldest son, he was 19. He's already living on his own. Our other two kids were living with her, and child support, CPS got called, not child support, Child Protective Services. CPS got called on her, and she was in a situation. They came to me and said, "Okay, we're not confident in her ability to get herself out of this situation. We're informing you at this time, you need to petition the Attorney General to get custody of your son." So I immediately emailed my attorney. He emailed me right back and said, "We need to move now. I'm going to send you this form, do this." And so it got taken care of where it's now we have joint custody. Long story short, we have joint custody. And my youngest son, my older son's 26 now. My daughter's 25. She lives on her own. My youngest son is 17. He'll be he'll graduate next year from high school. And so, but I work at a high school. I'm not a teacher. I'm what they call a paraeducator. I work with special ed kids there at the high school. And so he rides with me in the morning to school. So I see him every day. And sometimes he rides me home. Sometimes he rides home with the friends. That's fine. But but yeah, it's been in August 2018 when the divorce was final. So it's been over 7 years. So I'm doing good. I'm actually I can retire from the school district in a couple of years, and I'll have a pension. Won't be enough. I'll still have to have like a part-time job at least. But at this time I have no debt. I have a car that's paid for. I had a guy I knew who's a trusted friend who's a mechanic. He's been a mechanic for years and years, and he sold me his daughter's car. It was an 01 Ford Focus. He rebuilt the engine, so it's it's paid for. I don't have any.
Those are the good Ford Focus years.
Yeah. Now they're trash.
Yeah.
Hey, so isn't it crazy, guys, how he had said that his ex-wife divorced him and took his kids and moved in an alcoholic a freeloading piece of trash around his kids? Isn't that crazy?
They always do.
Nuts?
Because it's not about the kids. That's literally the last thing that they're concerned with.
And now he's a part-time dad, but then Alky McAlkerson, you know what I mean, is in there drinking around his kids.
Yeah, putting in work.
Believe it or not, people are waking up to this stuff.
Oh, also, let me add the guy she's with now. Like she after all this was she kind of tried to get back with me for a while, but then
of course she did.
Of
course she did. Of course she did.
Yeah. But then, and we did. We kind of did for a little while. That's a whole nother story. I'm not going to.
Oh no, you don't know.
No, but I had I had an agenda, and that's another story for another time. But the guy she's with now. Okay, she lives with her husband that died. His 3 sisters live in his house with her. It's a rent house. His 3 sisters live there. A guy who lives there, which this guy has a job. Okay, I'll say that for him. He has a job. He's one of those, those guys you see standing on the street with they flip the sign
with the sign holder.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yeah, okay. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
Seriously, for real.
He's got the freaking Subway $5 foot long.
And but she's also,
and that guy should drink like a raging alcoholic.
I know, right? Yeah.
But she's not. I've seen her lately. I've seen her in apparently. I guess he doesn't. I don't know how much money those guys make. I guess not much. But I see her. I ran her a couple times at a store at a food town. And every time, whenever I talk to her, I ask her, "How you doing?" She goes, "I'm tired." And she's not looking. She looks tired. She's put on some weight, and her I don't know. She just looks tired, beat down.
Yeah.
Next time you see her, tell her she looks like 5 miles of bad road.
I bet you that guy is really gifted at flipping the script.
I
seen that.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this guy.
Hey guys, don't tread on him.
This guy doesn't have a car. I don't know. Was he a transient or something? I don't know. He doesn't have a car. I don't know where he was living before, but he lives with her at that rent house with their 3 sisters of her dead husband.
Isn't it funny? Because Wes, you guys had a good, happy home, right? You were doing what you were supposed to do.
For a while,
the kids were taken care of, and she gave that up for Flippy McFlipperson. I mean, for the alcoholic junkie who died, and now she's with Flippy McFlipperson.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Feed off chaos. They feed off chaos, man.
Maybe
every time I drive now and see that poor bastard out there flipping the sign, I'm like, hey, that's
the next time you see her, you just gotta tell her, I wish you would have seen the signs coming.
Oh!
Good one.
You can ask her how it feels to have to live like a man.
Yeah, that's true. Facts. Yep.
Hear this warning.
guys, who's next? Who wants to tell the story?
Hey, I got
Wes.
I got
Wes,
3
thanks
from
for
my
sharing your
divorce
story,
for you.
man.
You betcha.
I appreciate it.
I got 3 from my divorce for you.
Go, Korg. The floor is all yours.
So I told you guys she filed a VPO on me, and her lawyer.
To the audience.
So a VPO is Victim Protection Order in my state, and it was a female judge who was hearing all this, and I was freaked out. And we had a hearing with our regular judge. And normally the VPO would have been heard by the same judge who was presiding over the divorce. And the judge said, no, it was after that. I'm sorry. So I'm waiting in the not in the chambers, but in the courtroom. And the judge is hearing all these cases, and I'm freaked the hell out. My ex is over on the other side of the courtroom, and she just has this devious look on her face, and her eyes are just darting all over the place. And we were the last on the docket because the lawyer I had at the time was smart enough to request a court reporter because he wanted the entire proceedings transcribed into the record. The judge had only awarded 1 VPO, and I kid you not, there were probably 20 cases ahead of us. We were the last on the docket. We get up there. She starts with the crocodile tears, claiming that I was following her in a car. I was scaring her, on and on and on. And the judge just rolled her eyes and said to her lawyer, "This is called discovery. It's what people do. Order denied." And my ex was pissed. And we proceeded from that courtroom to the other courtroom to the judge presiding over the case. And the judge said, "Well, why the hell did Judge so-and-so hear this case when you could have just brought it to me?" And the other lawyer said, "Oh, well, she wanted to hear it."
Yeah.
And the judge said, "Okay, well, what did she say?" "Oh, well, she denied us." And so I lucked out by being put on very little temporary alimony at the time. Now, word had got back to me through somebody who worked with my ex that my ex was playing in an intramural softball team, and she took a line drive straight to the face and ended up with a black eye.
Wow. Nice.
Well, no, wait. So
home run.
This person who worked with her had said, yeah, well, at work, word is going around that people are wondering if you had enough of her shit and just decked her.
What?
Nice.
Oh, people did not like her.
Wow.
And I said,
Nice.
are you serious? And she said, oh God, nobody can stand her and they're all supporting you. And I said, well, tell them I didn't hit her.
Yeah,
I was
please.
worried. Yeah, but it was funny because we actually had to have a court appearance, and I saw that black eye, and I just giggled to myself. And then the final part was in our final divorce decree. I had to pay her something like I think it was 75% of the truck payment because she decided she needed to keep the truck that we had, and I watched that like a hawk because there was an online account that I could go into. And she was changing the address for where the payment information was supposed to be sent and all that. And I would call the creditor and say, no, that's not where the payment needs to be mailed. It needs to be mailed to this address because, like other guys have said, even when you're married, assets are 50-50. And when you get divorced, your ass is going to be on the hook for it. Mm-hmm. And my attorney was smart enough to put in the divorce decree that I only had to pay her up until a specific date. And so I would call the creditor about every 2 months and say, no, that's not the correct address. She's playing games. And I was hoping like hell that truck was going to get repoed because there was a clause written into my divorce decree that if she didn't make good on that I could sue her. And she ended up putting all the principal on the back end of the note because she kept playing all kinds of money games. And when the final payment came due for me, I was waiting for her to try to hold me in contempt of court, but she never did. And she had played so many money games with it that I think it was probably 5 months after my end of obligation that she still had to pay on that car note. So that's one of the things is that I want to tell the young guys is they can threaten you with everything under the sun. Milk off a duck's back. Okay. Well, I'm going to do this. Okay. And just don't react. That's what's most important.
I agree with that. Don't react. Yeah. Even now I try to be as stoic as possible.
Yes. Until you never have to deal with them again, just don't react because that really pisses them off because they're trying to goad you into doing something stupid.
You got it.
Well, they're trying to goad you into emotionally responding so that you look unhinged in front of the court.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
Or just in the most basic sense of the word, they know. So they thought the grass was going to be greener. They got over there. There was no grass. Right. And now they're miserable. So they want you to be miserable too. You guys know how women want to, they get a reaction out of you just to see something. Because if you're indifferent, not knowing is the worst thing for a woman because their minds go like a million miles a minute. Right. That's why they're so damn nosy. If they get an outburst out of you, then they at least know that you're thinking about them.
Oh, he
right?
cares.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I went to her house one time to go pick up our son, and I can't remember why she was pissed off at me. It could have been any number of things. And I was just sitting out in the driveway, and she decided she was going to come out, and she was just screaming and yelling, and I kept the car window up. I had the radio on, and I just sat there and didn't react. And she was just making a damn fool of herself, screaming and yelling and carrying on. And because I didn't react, she stormed back up into the house.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot the other part. So I had temporary custody of the house. I go bebopping into town on a Saturday. She calls me and she says, I have the police here and I need access to the house. And this is where I was a little bit irritated with my attorney, because my attorney didn't explain to me that I had temporary custody of the house and I could have changed all the locks.
Oh, no.
That's very critical.
Oh, no.
But that's okay, because
man.
she, for whatever reason, she didn't have her house key.
Yeah, and if she wasn't so concerned with the locks on his bagel, he would have figured it out. Come on.
Right. So I get back to my house, and there's 2 police officers there. And I roll up and they said, hey, she's here to pick up her stuff. And she says, here's the key word. She says she has a court order that says she can get into the house. She never had a court order. And so I said to the one officer, I said, well, that's fine. I'll go ahead and open up the house. But I said, you better tell that clown to take his ass to the end of the road. He's not allowed inside the house. And that was the guy that she was hanging out with, her boyfriend. And I remember I opened the garage door, the big door, and she was freaking out with the police, just screaming her fool head off, instructing the guy to call her mom, because the police said, no, he's the homeowner. He has every right to kick him off the property.
Look at that.
He was just going ballistic.
Now, Korg, I missed it, but how did you get divorced in the first place? I think you might have, like, what, I might have missed it because I had to step away. But
I never really went into it. There was a
you don't
lot
have to.
behind
You
it.
don't want to.
Yeah, there was a lot behind it, but suffice to say, I was stupid because I let a lot of people pressure me into the whole, oh, you need to step up, man, because she was a single mom.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Whoa! Guys, let's cook here. Everyone, unmute, please. Guys. One of the very first videos that I ever did was don't quote unquote do the right thing. If someone tells you gotta do the right thing, son, you got.
Yep.
If some chick tries to force you into being a father, guys, I'm telling you, pay your child support and move on. I'm dead ass. If you're dating some single mom, or if you're with a chick for a long time, and you just gotta, guys, whoever's asking you to do the right thing, they're not gonna be the ones suffering or paying for it mentally.
Unless they have way more money than you, perhaps.
And if so,
is the only scenario.
If that doing the right thing happens to be like a biological child of yours, then get a DNA test.
Thank you. Facts.
Yeah,
you can today.
100%.
Back then, I couldn't.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But one of the go ahead.
No, and I just want to say, gentlemen, just remember, love is not just a feeling, and it's not an act. It's choice and obligation. And so affairs and cheating, they don't start in a bedroom. They literally start with boundaries being crossed. And so, there's a saying that a man will sacrifice his health and his happiness for his family, but a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. And so, when you start seeing those boundaries being crossed, you really have to nip that in the bud and protect yourself.
Yeah. Guys, I say duty, honor, respect. That's what makes a relationship and a marriage. Duty, honor, respect. If you have those 3 things, 1 plus those 3 together, that's love. If you can do those 3 things, that's how you show you love a person. If you're missing one of those 3, you're cooked. Guys, and what I mean by duty to each other and to the relationship, right? To the greater thing that you're part of, honoring each other's wishes, right? And then respecting each other's boundaries, right? If you don't have those three things, you don't love the person. Guys, how many times have modern women shown that they're allergic to duty, honor, respect, right? Guys, they can't even spell duty, honor, respect. I'm dead ass.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
And what's important is all.
Yeah, it's spelled HOENER.
Yeah, they spelled duty with 2 O's.
Nowadays, we have all these people on YouTube that are saying, "Here's all the red flags," and I had the red flags and I ignored them before we got married, and that's very critical. When she
because you had rose tinted glasses on.
Yes, when they pull their crap, or what's the old saying? When someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah,
do it.
You guys know your cape flapping in the wind is not going to save you.
Here I come to save the day.
I'm telling you guys.
Yeah. This is a major red pill thing to say something like that because it goes against the older traditional programming of when it maybe was more respectable to be a stepdad. And not that it's not respectable now, but like.
Period. Guys,
Captain
the red
Save-A-Ho.
pill. Guys,
Yes,
the red
Captain
pill is,
Save-A-Ho.
I'm telling you guys, the red pill in any of the prescriptions, so black pill, MGTOW, is against our program, our natural programming. That's how bad things have gotten.
Yeah.
Because us guys, our programming is to sacrifice for our wives and children and country and community. Because things have gotten so bad that once again, you're here still.
You're good.
What did I say are the two questions that can't be unasked, right? Are the bells that can't be unrung. Guys are stopping and saying, what am I getting out of this? Out of keeping society going? And no one's been able to articulate a good enough thing for getting out of it. And then these young guys, oh, well, Snowboard, you can't talk this way about women or Muslims. Snowboard says, or else what? What are you going to do about it? Those two things right now, the Democrats, the wokey wokes, that is what's destroying their entire platform with men. Until they can answer those two questions, they're cooked. So, Cord, you were saying though? Sorry.
The other funny story was she had insisted on pulling out the cooktop. Well, it's not a cooktop, but it was a stove. And then she says, "Hey, you still need a stove. I'll sell you the stove that I have." I said, "No, thanks."
Yeah.
But you need a stove. I said, "No, I'm getting by." I was literally using a hot plate to cook until I could come up with enough scratch that I could. And that's what drives these women nuts, is guys are resourceful. And I said, no. And here she was stuck with the stove because she insisted she deserved it because, quote unquote, she paid for it. But she ran off with a whole bunch of my stuff, which is like one of the other guys said earlier. If she insists she needs the couch, okay, take it. If she insists she needs to have this, okay, take it.
Yeah.
It just becomes another tool of manipulation.
Fact.
Yeah.
Well, it's that and they're materialistic.
Robin's Fly, dude. Are you in the chat? Robin's Fly, dude. Hey, if you can call in, dude, call in, guys. Robin's Fly has been a long time supporter of the channel. He was in my first 120 subs too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That guy is my hero. Made her spend $80K.
Yes, I know, dude. Let's go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Robin's Fly. If he
that's
is
called
the
seeing
original,
pigs fly.
Yeah, Robin's Fly is the original city boy on this channel.
City boy, city boy.
Oh, hey guys, real quick, if I say something, what was just said about if she needs this, let her have it or whatever. That actually, in my case, was actually easy. It made it easier on me to get rid of stuff, especially if it reminded me of her. So that was kind of like therapy in a way.
Yeah. Let me see. Who else has a story?
I could talk from an eyewitness point of view.
Sure. Yeah.
So I have a friend that I've known. I think I met him back in 1998. And I've known this man. He got married. And for 10 years, things were great. He had a set of twins, another daughter, so 3 total kids with this woman. And when I mean that that his divorce with this woman happened so suddenly, the weekend before this blew up, where she asked for a divorce, we were at his house that they had just a new house that I was still helping him move into, around a campfire one weekend, and the next weekend he had to move back to his old house. And what had happened is that he caught her on video cheating on him. He had like Ring doorbells, and she was just stupid enough to bring this guy, this fireman or whatever, in through the front door, and the Ring doorbell recorded everything. And then he went on his credit cards and saw that she had a bunch of these accounts for Tinder and all of these other things. And she lost her mind when he laid it all out in front of her. And then she made a false domestic violence accusation against him. And I just want to put a pause here. Like, this was one of the pivotal moments in my life that my attitude towards women really changed, because he was somebody who, like, I'm not kidding you, before the Army, he taught me how to shoot. I'd never had another man in my life that actually did that with me, right? He, just from this accusation, which was false. Again, I've known him for more than 27, 28 years. I've only seen women be violent to him, not the other way around. And I've known him over many relationships that he's had with women. He's not one of those men that's violent towards women ever. And she made an accusation that he had thrown a vacuum at her or something, and it hit her leg. That accusation alone, and one of her friends signing the report that she filed with the police, got his rights to his firearms taken away for 4 years. And there was like not even a legal finding or a conviction that happened in that case, just because there were children and he was in this relationship, and she put down that she feared for his life or her life. Like that was enough for the judge to take his firearms collection, which was like over $50,000, something like that. He lost half of that right off the bat, because half of it went to her. And then on top of that, the other half that was supposedly his, she turned around and sold as much of it before his dad could ask her for it. She had to supervise the change of custody. So she was allowed to sell all of the firearms that were entitled to him off on the market at a reduced price. To the point where he really his dad only inherited,
probably too.
Who knows? Fireman.
Yeah, like someone who like doesn't deserve to have it or something.
Right. Like she sold them on Gunbroker and other things like that. So he has like just maybe $5,000 of what he had at his home the week that this blew up. I mean, she took his cars, his firearms, lost his rights to his guns for 4 years. And again, this was he was convicted of nothing.
Yeah, that's borderline.
That's what blows my mind about this. It was just the power of an accusation.
All because she said something. Yeah. Because
the flag laws.
Remember, the Sugar Shane Mosley's ex-wife got everything, including his belts. Watch.
I've told me, you'll have to give me $2 million because you're gonna lose anyway. And it's gonna be the last $2 million you ever get. And your fight career, you're 39 years old, you're old, so here you can have it. That's gonna be your last paycheck anyway. I thought, oh yeah, really? Yeah, really? Okay. He wouldn't win that night. That night, it was on.
Keep the back. Guys, for those of you guys who don't know, Margarito is one of the dirtiest fighters. He had plaster in his gloves. So he would put plaster, raps, and then he would sweat, and they would harden, and that's how he beat Miguel Cotto. He had him in this fight too. This is how he got found out.
It's called plaster Paris. It's like a clay. So you can't detect. It looks like clay on your hand.
Mosley's dad went to shake his hand after the fight. It's like, there's something in his gloves. And I remember the Cotto fight, because Cotto was a bad man. He kept getting getting hit by a margarita. It's like this dude hits like a train. What is this? And then they rematched, and Cotto freaking hospitalized his ass. I can't walk up.
Yeah, whole lot of everything.
He said, yeah, though, when he fought this fight, he just imagined his ex-wife's face.
Yeah.
Margarita fight, dude. He said, "There's no way he was gonna lose this fight. No way, dude." He said the whole time he was hitting his ex-wife. The whole time. The whole time, guys. Guys, here, someone had said that you didn't realize the how big of demons that women are. Guys, give me 1 second to pull this up, and then
I have a divorce story.
Check this out. Watch this. He's ready for this?
Oh,
look at the bull ring. Okay, watch.
Oh my God.
Let's watch.
Okay. We are not responsible for your emotions. I made a video about silly little video about how I asked my husband for a separation and he took his life the next day.
Look at that.
And the amount of comments that are like, it's your fault. I can see why he did. Somebody said that it was I should be charged with involuntary manslaughter. Do you know how law works, first of all? And one thing the comments show me is how little responsibility people take for themselves. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, my husband was sick.
Like you're doing right now.
Yeah. He likely had a psychotic break. Did the separation help? No, obviously not. But my husband was responsible for his actions and his emotions.
She needs to take responsibility for her eating habits.
It wouldn't surprise me to learn.
Well, I'm saying she had definitely had influence. That's all.
It wouldn't
probably had an insurance policy on the guy too.
Facts.
I was just gonna say it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she was well aware of what buttons to push and how much pressure to bear on him to get him to his breaking point.
Exactly.
And maybe false allegations too.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
And I made his emotions my problem for well over a decade. And do you know what that did? It ripped me apart to the point that I didn't even.
Isn't it crazy that only a woman can make their spouse's self-deletion all about?
He's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Insane.
Isn't that sad, guys? Isn't this the most narcissistic?
It's like it didn't even bother her at all.
I know my husband killed himself, but what about me?
Say self-delete, please. Yeah. Yeah.
Self-delete it all. Or is gone. I'm just saying, doesn't even seem like he's gone from this world. She's probably like driving to get a bag of smokes and chips.
Yeah.
Doing this TikTok video, killing time. She doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a shit at all. Like trying to monetize it and stuff. Trying to monetize it.
Yeah, going to get condoms and dick pills for freaking nug. You know what I'm saying? She's going on
Exactly. It's like she didn't even
this is
care
an
at all.
inconvenience for her.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
That's one at a time.
Look at the warning signs that we have here. We got the bird hand pointing movements. We got the nose ring. We got the bull ring, and we got the big
glasses.
And we got the big social justice warrior glasses.
Yeah. And you forgot the hand clapping.
I didn't know who I was. I was so obsessed with making sure he was happy, making sure he was emotionally regulated, making sure the house was perfect, the kids were perfect.
Yeah, because you did a great job of that, right?
What is that? The test showed that was a lie.
Kids. Wow.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Everything was fine, so he wouldn't get mad or sad or angry. And it didn't matter because the second I said, no, this is no longer my responsibility.
Everything she's saying is like probably the opposite.
He's projecting.
Yeah, and your husband's brains are all over the bathroom.
All over the ground.
But what do I always say?
Yeah, and that means she should have been giving him brains.
Guys, one at a time.
The victim. like I said, they always got the hero. Yeah, all these women, they're the hero and the victim of their stories.
Yeah.
And
true.
so, men, that's why there's a lot of common themes, but one of the many common themes you hear me consistently talk about is being very selective with the woman you choose, and stop looking for the hooker with the heart of gold. Stop looking for, she's the stripper that stripped away to get her college degree and anything like that. No, unicorns are mythical creatures for a reason. They don't exist. Stop trying to make things work with these bottom feeders. Stop looking for the exception and start looking for reasons to disqualify women that you deal with.
Sure.
Look for the warning signs. Pay attention to them, and that was one of the things that I wish I would have learned in my 20s. Being very discriminating. It's okay to discriminate. Be very discriminating with the women you choose to spend your time, your money, your resources, everything on. Be very discriminating. Make them earn everything.
Yeah, and the fact that this guy knocked up a broad that has these glasses and this bull ring, guys, there is nothing but disaster in his future.
Yeah,
I mean,
body mass.
Let's be honest. I hate to talk. Was it speak?
And she's a big girl too.
Yeah. She's a big one.
Yeah.
I hate to speak ill of the dead, but you know what I'm saying? Come on.
That's a big bitch.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, you gotta steer clear of this cow.
I put it in the comments.
That's why she has a bull ring.
The crazy ones always tell on themselves. And if they're not telling on themselves, it's the bull ring, it's the glasses, it's the colored hair, it's the mannerisms, it's the tattoos.
Yep.
That's a huge bitch.
And I just want to comment on at Jeff. Yes, I understand when you say it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And rationally, you are 100% correct. But sometimes you're going through things and it's so much at one time where you really cannot see the forest through the trees.
Yeah.
And
guys,
so
hold on. Wes put a good comment. He said, I feel bad for the kids because they'll see this video one day. Facts. Facts. Yeah. Good one.
Well, that's the thing.
I hadn't thought of that.
They always think that they're
this is
putting
good
this crap
content.
out there.
He's gonna watch it only through us.
Yeah,
not
right.
the real thing.
But they put this crap out there and they don't realize that 5, 10, 15 years later, it's going to bite them in the ass.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many women from who did something stupid in the 90s are now freaking out because crap that they did back then is now coming up?
Yeah.
That's a good point, because it used to be you just had like a Polaroid picture,
right?
And you could make something like go away completely,
or sort of hearsay. Like there's like this legend out there.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's finish this.
Not multiple, hundreds of comments talking about how it's my fault. My fault. And guess what? It's not my fault. I was the reason. I might have been the reason. I don't know. I don't know what happened in that moment. Maybe he was overwhelmed with the baby. He laid our kit baby down for a nap and went and took his life. I might have been the reason, but it is not my fault. And I'm making this video for anybody who holds any tiny bit of guilt for their spouse and if they took their life.
Imagine if the genders were swapped. And this guy's
it may have been it could have me, but it's not my fault.
And it wasn't my fault. She was a hoe.
Yeah.
What is she
Yeah.
on?
And it was a bouncer.
Apart from Twinkie.
Guys, one at a time. Snowboard, you were saying?
No, anonymous can go. I'm all good.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, what is she on, man? Like, honestly, like, this is
Zoloft.
borderline psychosis. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I wonder how long it's been since he took his life. How does it? Did she say?
It's probably still warm.
She said it was.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, this was probably like 3 days before.
She said she
That's
told
what
her
that was
audience
what I was
before
trying
the
to say
police.
earlier.
Doesn't care.
Wow.
Yeah.
But man, this is why
it's like the next day. She like that's what I'm saying. It's that level of how much she doesn't care.
This is gonna get clicks,
and I guarantee
exactly.
there is some knucklehead, and I guarantee there is some knucklehead, some bottom feeder that's in her chat or in her DMs going, "You go, queen." That's why, and that's why one thing I said. And men, do not be one of these bottom feeder,
ass eater simp.
Yeah, you were just too much woman for him. He couldn't handle it.
Ass eater.
Yeah, exactly.
Do not save these hoes.
I can save her.
Yeah, save a hoe, loser.
Yeah.
Not all punani is good punani.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to argue with the sex is like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good.
No. But on the flip side,
I've never heard that.
That is why.
Oh, you haven't?
That is why. But on the flip side, this is why communities like this are so important.
Yeah.
Because 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, we did not have this space. I know now that if I'm going through some stuff, that I have a half dozen men right here on this panel that I can reach out to on Discord. I can send a message to AJ. I can send a message. I can email Locke or connect with Snowboard or connect with Cord and be like, "Yo, brother, I need to talk." And I know deep down inside,
I'm your Negrodamus. I got you.
and I love you for that. And I love you for that. Brother. I love you for that.
Hey,
and so that's why these communities are so important.
are getting friggin' what is it called? Forklifted in and out of Snowboard's house. He's got the black card now. You know what I mean?
So, gentlemen, we have something. So please,
bus driver.
You do not have to be a lone wolf.
Nope.
We have communities like this, but not only that, we have allies like Red Talk Anna. We have allies, what's her name? Oh, who's the other woman? I'm drawing a blank.
Red Door Woman.
Red Door Anna
her last name is Pope, that one.
That AJ's going to do the chat with, the stream with.
Sweet on and Red Door are going to come.
Yeah, Sweet Tea and Red Door Woman.
And so we have allies here as well. And just FYI, I spent today watching some of Red Talk Anna's streams. She is really good.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to tune into her live stream on the 10th.
We're going to do a collab pretty soon. We just haven't had a chance to, but yeah, she was. I kept telling her because she does TikTok invasions, and I keep telling her that she needs to record them. You know what I'm saying? Because she'll record part of them. But I said if she can let us know when she's going to be, if she can make it live, all of us can jump in her stream and we can jump on TikTok. Invade these people's TikToks and troll them while she's trolling them. Oh, that would be
we no longer have to suffer. Man, we no longer have to take this burden onto ourselves. We no longer have to suffer in silence.
I love Bread too. Says Ming that Men collectively raising the standard of women with fixed many society problems. No, I think men just checking out. Period. Men, if we need to do women, yes.
Men have always had a standard.
Yeah. It's simps that have lowered the standard, and then they've just banged a small percentage of guys. Guys, we need to do to women and society what we did to Gillette, to
Budweiser.
Yeah, that's all we need to do. So let's finish this.
Anybody in your life that took their life, I am telling you, it is not and never will be your fault. Okay? Are we on the same page?
Jesus.
Oh my God. Some of you people are so vile and mean. But you know what? Guess what? Chins
Takes one to
up.
know one.
Chin up.
Both chins.
Chins
up. Oh, chins.
Plural.
Got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
She really should say gobbler up.
What a mess. Now, guys, who has a story? I know, Lenny, you got divorced, right? Or did you already tell your story?
I already did previously, but
okay.
I know how someone was affected by divorce, but
yeah,
if somebody had a real divorce, they need to go first because it didn't happen to me. But.
I've been divorced 3 years now. And as much as it sucks to have a divorce, I probably have the divorce that most guys who are going through the process would love to have. Mine was so easy and painless from a monetary point of view that really it made zero change in my financial life, really, for the most part. My wife and I were on such even keel as far as income and profession-wise and whatnot. Investments, responsibilities, and I can go into that a little bit too, that it really didn't put either one of us in an advantageous position. And to this day, I will fully admit I was not the easiest person to live with because I am a very hard-headed person. And
see, wait, hold on. Let's pump the brakes, right? Let's pump the brakes. Do you guys see the difference between men and women, right? Do you see how SAR is still like saying
we take accountability first?
Yes.
Yeah.
With what he did wrong.
Some accountability.
Isn't it crazy? He's not going to be the victim or the hero. He's going to say, you know what? I messed up. I wasn't perfect. I did this. Think about that.
Well, he's giving nuance and context, which is relevant.
Yes, but he led with what he did wrong first. That's the difference between us men and these thunderheaded 304s. Keep going, my friend.
But I do not dislike my ex-wife at all. She's a good person. She's a great mom. She's genuinely a nice person. And to this day, we actually have a great relationship. Probably a better relationship today than we did for the last 10 years of our marriage. We co-parent exceptionally well. There is not anything that happens in our child's life that I don't know about. Probably within a couple hours of it happening. Worst case, if it's something really bad, I get a text message, ASAP. I'm involved in all of her school stuff, her medical stuff, her behavioral stuff, because she's 16 and she's testing the waters and being the typical teenage girl. Well, not typical because she's not a freaking slore. But,
I was gonna say, thank God. Isn't it funny, guys?
Say, you knew
he knew we were going there.
Messed up. Yeah. We didn't want to have to do that. You sound like an innocent man.
Yeah. I mean, no offense to your daughter, but like when you said it was just how you phrased it. We were gonna be like, oh, don't say typical.
Yeah, that was just a layup.
Typical now means one of two things, guys. Typical means letting Chad you're OS. Sorry, you're a white guy, right?
Yeah.
Typical means letting Nug or that's what it means.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that your little girl is the farthest thing from typical there is,
Yeah, I'd say that's probably fair. She does not. Let's just say she marches to the beat of her own drum. But I regularly go over there for dinner, the whole 9 yards. Matter of fact, we're doing a joint Christmas. I get along fantastic with my ex-in-laws. My my mother recently passed away, but my dad absolutely loves her still, and she goes over and visits with him and takes him food and the whole 9 yards. I got away paying zero alimony, a reasonable, what I consider reasonable anyway, child support. I bought out her interest in the house, so I'm still living in the original house that we had. But
nice.
We saw the path that we were on, and we talked about it. Like, hey, are you happy? No, not really. Well, I'm not either. So what are we going to do about this? And so we kind of just treaded water for a while. And during that treading water process, I was kind of making preparations in the background because we knew where this was going. Mm-hmm. And so I was buying supplies. I was buying household goods and storing them at my dad's in my dad's garage. Appliances, bedding. Basically, when the divorce was final, and I let her take whatever the hell she wanted out of the house. And when that happened, I basically had the stuff already in storage to just move right back into the house, and I had a turnkey operation. So I had a very easy transition.
Okay.
And I thank God for that, because I am very cognizant of how easy and painless overall that my divorce was.
Yeah. Guys, hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Guys, hit the join button for memberships, guys. Because as you get custom emojis, guys, drop some of the Bianca emojis in the chat, guys. The daytime lives, we usually do those for members only in the chat. Those will probably go back to members only soon. So guys, make sure to hit the join button. Guys, someone else is trying to come into the live. Can anyone drop down?
What the hell are you giggling at?
Huh?
I've
Snowboard.
been kind of giggling and stuff. No, I've been just giggling about something. Because I have kind of a small story.
What's that?
I could probably drop out. I've got some other stuff to do. Anyway.
I can drop out if you need to.
No, we're good now. Someone dropped it. I think Colin did. Yeah, Colin, thanks, man. Let me see here.
Because I have like a short example of what I've seen of divorce that kind of scared me away. So I had a uncle who had one kid, and they had a pretty nice life. He was able to work for himself with his own machine shop, and he kind of went fishing like all the time. So he kind of was like, maybe not, he maybe could have done more for his wife. I was only a kid when I witnessed all this, but anyways, he got a divorce. I think his wife was a nurse and cheated with a guy named Angel too. That sucks. I'm serious. Yeah.
That was
he's like a Mexican guy and stuff.
Yeah.
One and Doug.
Don't screw with the Jesus.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
Yeah. But anyways, I think the process absorbed a lot from him, but then afterward, it was a broken man. This wasn't anyone there anymore. He was depressed. It was actually kind of sad. It was just kind of a broken, sad guy. Like, it just didn't want to do anything and shit. So like he still like barely kept his house and stuff, but it like it really broke him. So he was like cooked. Like I think he was trying to, he should have taken AJ's approach, or, saying like, not like, I don't know. It's not me.
I'm sorry, but what is going on with this? Someone's telling the story about his uncle, and all I hear is someone cracking up over there. You.
Oh yeah,
you
no.
heartless,
This okay.
you heartless sons of bitches.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful because I remember this that like so and this was an ongoing thing. My mother tried to help him so it was a thing that took like 5 years out of his life or a very long court battle and stuff, and then he just was like a defeated guy after that. But like I remember during when that was happening, I was like joking to other like family members and stuff. Was like he just needs to delete Brenda, like which was his wife. But I was like saying that to my other family members like as a joke. Like it was so across the line, but it was kind of like it killed him. I guess that's what I'm saying. I've seen a man kind of die on the inside fully, and you're cooked, and that can happen if you try to maybe overextend how you defend yourself and stuff in it. I'm not really quite sure how much court stuff he had. I was only a kid at the time, but I'm saying that impact. It was kind of a early red pill glimpse, for sure.
So we're talking about divorce tonight, huh?
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
So I can tell my story. So just if you guys didn't know, AJ and I are
guys. I have a lot of background noise coming from someone. If you have like a TV going on in the background or something, yeah. Anyways, keep going.
Well, yeah. So me, I was with my ex. Well, I've been divorced for 10 years. We were together for 5 years, married for 4, and I just turned 30. We were 8 years apart, and she was international. Like she'd come to the U.S. on a student visa, and she's absolutely beautiful, right? And I was like, oh, well, I'll get married, right? So we rushed to get married, and if you guys don't know, AJ and I are brothers in real life, and he saw everything that I should have saw like right away. But I was like, oh, I love her, man. Yeah. So if you have trusted men in your life who talk about red flags, dude, make sure to listen to them. Anyway, so we rushed to get married, and the first 3 years were great. She was from a traditional country. The first 3 years, she would cook me food, serve it on a plate. We did everything together. But then I made the mistake of her going to college. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah,
304 University.
Oh yeah. They started hanging out with a bunch of college women, particularly a lot of college black women, and it was just over after that. And guys, I put my purpose because I bought into this whole thing where because she was going to school and she wanted to be a physician assistant, and I had already had my grad degree and was already on my way. But I was like, I'm gonna invest in her and help her with school and help her become my equal or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I put my purpose on hold for like 4 years, dude. I was helping her with everything, and the worst part about it is prideful women, like you're in a relationship with them or you're married to them and you want to see them succeed, but they'll fight you at every single turn. See, men are problem solvers, and you can't be with a woman who just creates problems. And she was one of those. And then like before, she was very attractive, and attractive women, they don't have to think. And so when she got with me, I was like, well, now if you want to be successful, you have to think. And that was always a struggle. Because like she knew in the back of her head that she had her looks to fall back on. Understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So anyway, we ended up long distance because I took a job out of state, and then I found out that she was cheating because the town that we lived in, one of my friends called me and said, "Hey," because I was long distance. Okay, I moved away from a city that we were living in. So she's living in the city that I had gone to college in. And I moved across the country for a job. I was coming home every 90 days. And one of my friends from college was like, "Hey, man, I don't know how to tell you this, but my one of my friends went out on a date with your wife."
Damn.
And yeah, and so her friend, well, my friend, who is a girl who told me this, got her friend on the phone, and he sent me all of the correspondence between her and him. He's like, "Hey man, Joe, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't know, but let me show you everything."
Oh,
so the guy was actually kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And so,
well, he probably really didn't know then. So
yeah.
Because I've had that happen to me once actually, and I did sort of what the same thing. I was like, I didn't know, man.
Yeah, and so I flew back, and also, guys, if you have an iPhone and an iPad, everything goes to both. But if you clean up your phone, you have to clean up your iPad, and she didn't clean up her iPad. So I went in there and found everything. But anyway, so she made it easy. I confronted her about it, and she did all the typical gaslighting and stuff like that. The cheating part wasn't really the worst part. It should have been, but and this may sound weird, but it wasn't the worst part. So like all of our life decisions were based upon her. So like when we met, she's like, "Hey, I want to go to school. I want to become a physician assistant. So I'm going to be in school the next like 5 to 6 years." I was like, "All right, cool." And I was like, "Well, I have my day job. I want to move up. So I may have to move around for opportunity. Are you cool with that?" She said, "Yes." Right. So, I don't have any kids. I don't I don't want any. But at the time, I was married. I was like, "Oh, we can have kids." But we agreed that we're not going to have any until she graduates college. Because guys, try and guess how many people that are going to college graduate college after they have a child.
Oh, like nobody.
Like zero, probably.
It's like 30%.
Yeah.
People, right. So, and like I knew this woman. I was like, "Look, like if we have a kid, you're gonna stop going to school, and then you're gonna hold it against me and this child for the rest of your life." Like, no, And guys, I'm gonna give you an example of how it was. And so, she was going to college at the same place I went to college, right? And they're really sticklers about parking tickets there. And so I would get up in the morning and I would sign her up for her classes because I tried to rely on her to do it, but she would always miss it, and then she'd bitch and moan and complain, whatever.
Be late.
So yeah, exactly, right. And so she got 2 parking tickets, and I was like, "Hey, you need to go pay the parking tickets." She's like, "I'm not going to pay this parking tickets. I don't know why I got them. I wasn't illegally parked. Blah blah. This school. Blah blah blah." I said, "Look, I understand, but you have to pay your parking tickets. I'm not going to pay my money, and I work with people that don't pay theirs, and I'm not going to pay mine, and blah blah blah." So I called the parking office. I said, "Look, I'm this girl's husband. I need to pay the parking tickets."
Was it
no?
Was it a B-dub?
No,
black woman?
African woman.
Okay.
West African Francophone. And so they said, "No, the student has to come in to pay the tickets." So I called her back. I said, "Woman, please pay your parking tickets." "I'm not going to do it." Rah, 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 rah. Okay, fine, whatever. Right. So the semester passes. It's time to sign up for the classes. She's like, "Oh, do you have my classes ready?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Because, if you guys have been to college before, you guys know that at like 7 a.m., the first day of sign up, you better have the codes ready. Hit the button. So I wake up, I hit I have it ready. I go to hit the button. Academic hold. Academic hold because of the parking tickets. I can't register her because of the parking tickets.
She claimed you.
I was wondering if this was going to happen.
So I wait for her to wake up. She's like, "Did you sign me up for my class?" I said, "No, because of the parking tickets." "I hate this place." Rah, 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 rah. She just had this misplaced pride, and she'd always say, like, I would present her with a solution, and she'd be like, "I want to do things my way because you think I'm dumb, you think I'm stupid." It's not. I don't think that you're smart, but like I'm better at life than you are. And also, guys, if you've been divorced, you know that you don't suffer like you. If your significant other creates problems, both of you have to solve them. You don't suffer alone. Understand what I'm saying? And like she was like a child throwing temper tantrums.
Yeah. That's most women. Like they just act like children when it comes to like a problem.
And so I remember one time, I came home, and she's like, "We need to have a kid." And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
What?
What happened was,
oh my god,
she had 3.
I gotta hook this man immediately.
Guys,
She had-
hold on. Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the super chat button, guys. Thanks for all the super chats, guys. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the cash apps, guys, and thanks for all the new members, guys. Let's try and hit 100 likes, guys. We're at 83 likes right now. So guys, make sure to stop and hit the like button, guys.
So she had 3 friends internationally. One was in France, one was in Cameroon, and one was in South Africa. They're all her friends, and they all got pregnant within like 3 weeks of each other, right? And so, you know, the little WhatsApp was full of, "Oh, my baby bump, and I'm going to the doctor for my ultrasound, and I'm buying baby clothes." So she totally caught a case of the baby rabies, right? And she's like, because she was feeling left out.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, we have to have a kid. And I'm like, no, remember, you have to get your degree first. And she's like yelling back and forth, "Oh, we have to have a kid, and how dare you, blah, 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 whatever." And then she said, well,
impregnate me now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I said, we agreed, number 1, and number 2, we can't afford it. And she's like, well, people that have less than us have made it work. And I'm like, no. So guys, this factory was closed for like 6 months. I was like, I am not going anywhere near you for 6 months, 7 months. And then, of course, all of her friends had their babies within 3 or 4 weeks of each other, and the little WhatsApp chat turned from all happiness to, I can't sleep at night because the baby's keeping me up, and no one wants to give me a break, and my husband's not helping me, and blah blah blah. 6 months of hell, and then she said, "Oh, Doug and PA, I'm really glad that we didn't have a kid because wow." I said, "I told you." And the sad part about it is, I've told that story to like so many women, right? And like a couple of women has said, how dare you take the decision to have a kid away from your wife? That's her decision to make, not yours.
Yeah, without your consent. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It absolutely is not her decision. It is your decision together.
Say, bitch, do you own my sperm?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They all decide, I'm going to have a baby.
Yeah. You're supposed to just go along with it.
I get to decide where I plant my seed. Screw you.
Yeah.
And can I just say something? Like what you identified is that the cheating wasn't the issue. I think it was the lack of reciprocation. In that you were willing to make all of these sacrifices and do all of this planning and do all of these things for her, and she just wasn't willing to do it back in return.
Let me expand. So the cheating wasn't because I remember when I confronted her about it, and she tried to gaslight me to all hell, and I had to fly back to this other city to go back to work. And I remember that was the longest but shortest flight of my life. You guys ever have that time?
Putting in work.
I can hear background noise. Who's
Guys,
that?
I have background noise. I don't know who it is.
So and I remember I was on the plane because I'm a talker on the plane. I'm one of those kind of people. I know. I'm annoying, but I remember I had it was a 4.5-hour flight, and like I had my head in my hands. And you guys ever have those moments where it feels like you're like rising up out of your body and just taking a look around, like what the hell is going on? Like what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? So
you have a clarity moment.
Yeah. So I remember our entire life was dependent on her, right? And like when I left for this job in like a different state, I said, okay, we're going to be long distance. What do you need from me to be able to get through this? And you're working full time and going to school full time. So this is the time for us to be apart if we're going to be apart, right? And I thought I had all that covered. So anyway, I remember I logged into her student account because remember everything was waiting for her to get her degree. I log in and she's failing in school.
Oh man.
And
that was it.
You made the same mistake that I've made and other guys have made. You're too busy cleaning up her messes.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant by the reciprocation is that you're doing all of the effort. You're making all of the responsible choices, and she's not responsible on her end for just her own things.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like you're with a child.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing about I'll say it again.
And she should be cleaning up after Doug going hard. She should be cleaning up after like you.
And guys, I remember like there's subtle things that happen that show you that it's coming close to the end. I remember the first 3 years were great. We did everything together, everything in the bedroom, everything. Right. I remember one time because she cooked food, which is great, and then I would sit at the table and she'd serve me a plate, right? And like guys, that goes a long way. Women that'll cook you food and serve it on a plate, come on now. So anyway, and I remember the first time she cooked food, I sat at the table and then she brought her own plate over and sat down and started eating. I was like, oh shit, here we go. And she's like, you want me to bring you a plate? I'm like, do I have to ask? You know, it was all over, dude. But anyway, so she's some other guy's problem now. But yeah. And
that's the ultimate revenge.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, the worst part about being married for me was I was putting everything. I was doing everything on TikTok. You see, I want a man to invest in me, and be there for me. I was that guy, dude. That's why it freaking pisses me off when all these women talk about their relationship expectations. Guys, it will not do you any good. Don't ever put a woman over your purpose. I did that for 4.5 years. But I would, when I was awake and we were around each other, I felt like I was being a supportive partner and a good man or whatever, right? But I remember I'd be laying in bed and she'd always fall asleep before I did. And I would look up at the ceiling and just be like, this isn't fair. This isn't right. I'm getting screwed here. Like, this is not right. And it got to the point where every day before I went to bed, I'd stare up at the ceiling with this just looking at my life. And I just knew it wasn't right. I just knew it. A lot of us guys, we society and your marriage, it distracts. There's going to be a time where you're going to feel like it's not right. But like, there's so many conventions in place to try to shame you, insult you, and guilt you into staying in a situation that is not good for you. Understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like that great quote says, you're going to feel by yourself more when you're with them than you would when you're by yourself.
100% true, dude. 100% true.
You're so isolated and there's no resources for us except for each other now, dude. Yep. Luckily.
100%. Get some good buddies.
And how many times have you heard me say, investing in a woman will always be high risk and low reward?
True. I was that guy.
Yeah, you're better off betting on the what are the guys that always play the Globetrotters, the Generals?
Yeah.
You're better off and dropping your bank account on the Generals. You know what I'm saying? But guys, here let's end on something funny here. All right?
Yeah, I want to see someone get tased or something.
No, here we go. Guys, here we go.
Power cleanser, yeah.
You got to fight over the guy over the side.
Here we go. Guys, watch. Late night.
Is this real?
What? Guys, listen. Damn it.
Which one you taking down? Let's get right to the chase. Fuck it. Let's get right to the chase.
It's late night. You on the Henny. Which one are you taking down?
Oh, my God.
Which one you taking down?
Wait. Oh, my God.
You already opened the video. You gotta choose.
Jesus. Dude, that's freaky. And she's the hottest one.
I know which one I'm taking. I ain't gonna lie.
He said, I know which one I'm doing.
I ain't gonna say.
Nah, that one right there.
Yeah.
But I know which one I'm taking. Which one are you taking down?
Okay.
I don't know.
Girl with the hat. Wait. AJ.
It's funny because they're all walking like they got screwed too.
Girl with the hat and the blue. Is that a transformer?
I don't know. I don't know. What? Yes. Hold on.
She has no legs.
Wait, this is a fashion show?
Yeah. You drunk off the hinge.
This is a fashion show. Oh my
We had no
god,
freak
man.
show.
Let's get right to the chase. Fuck it. Let's get right to the chase.
What it was. That's no Wardness girl right
That one right there.
Yeah.
Is that a man?
You gotta choose.
I don't know what it is.
I want.
You already
number
opened the
7, I
video
think.
up. You gotta choose now.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said number 2.
I know which one I'm
or number
taking. I ain't
5.
gonna lie. I already know which
Yeah.
one. I ain't gonna say.
Yeah, number 5.
Yeah, number
I
5.
know which one I'm taking. Which one are you taking down?
5 has got the cushion for the push.
Oh, I kind of like number 6.
Look at all these. Someone said, I'm thinking number 2, no legs straight dumping. Someone says, I gotta go with number 2 because the sit and spin gonna be crazy. We're all going to hell. Oh no, he says everyone.
Everyone.
Someone says, why you gotta be
Does
drunk,
everyone
right?
mean?
Look at that.
Oh
Someone
my
says number
god,
5.
man.
Someone says, I gotta go with number 2, man. Someone says 2 fitting to feel her legs when I'm done. Oh, no, look at that. Look at that.
2 and 5 are
Count.
winning.
Yeah.
Everyone wants 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Oh, someone says no legs and I don't need no Henny. There's someone says Henny 2 and 5. Look at that. Someone says no. Someone says all of them. All of them. Oh no! Look at that.
You take all of them. You're doing charity work.
Someone says no legs for me. I can throw them around anywhere with no resistance. Look at that. 4 or 5.
Jesus, man. But here's the thing. I didn't know that was a runway fashion show.
Yeah.
But those rich people sitting there, this is what they're doing, probably.
Yeah.
This is probably what they're voting on when they come out. I thought it was a freak show of some sort or something too, man.
Someone says
I didn't think about their clothing at all. Their style
someone
choice.
says this reminds you of the days that I was on that E&J and I ended up in a strip club on midget night.
Firing midgets out of a catapult.
No, look at that. Look at that.
This is crazy.
Man, I saw this guy's eye. Look at Oh, you guys, that's just how it goes. Right. Hold on. Here we go. Secret. This is for you, buddy. Here you go.
Can we have a serious conversation about the LBHs, passport bros, like whatever you want to call them? I just don't understand how the most basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like
Yeah,
That's
baby.
what I gotta be doing.
I told you guys. Secret. Oh, wait. Secret. Doug
I'm
MPA.
right here, brother.
Wait. Tim Hicks. Everyone black that's in this chat. I want you to sound off and put a yes if you agree. Non-American chicks are to American chicks what white women are to B-dubs, right? The moment that they see their men dating outside, all of a sudden it's, I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch. They can't stand it. They can't stand it, man. They cannot stand the fact that guys can go all over, just like us black men can date white girls and Asians, Hispanics. They can't stand the fact that Seagrip, probably got kids all over South America and Eastern Europe. You know what I'm saying?
Well, AJ, you've seen over a half dozen of the chicks that I've been with.
Yeah. Seagrip pulls them, dude. Straight up, man.
Trust me, I'm doing just fine, baby girl. I'm doing just fine.
But they're so angry. They're so angry and jealous. That guys, first of all, snowboard. You've never been to like South America or anything, have you?
No.
Have you?
No.
Snowboard.
No,
if you went to like Brazil, I think you should take a trip to like Belize or like Panama or just go to like Brazil. Go to Rio. There's dimes everywhere. First of all the chicks are all thin. They have long hair. They don't leave the house looking like trash. The cultural standard is beautiful. Even the mid chicks in Brazil are hotter than most American chicks. Like, it's disarming. Guys, have you ever noticed that a lot of Hispanic...
Yeah, I got to experience that. I've never seen anything.
Snowboard
like that
hasn't even
before.
left his own county, for Christ's sake.
The last place I went to was Toronto, and there's a bunch of India. It looked like garbage. India garbage.
Guys, but that's why a lot of Eastern European dudes and like South American dudes cheat all the time, because they're not intimidated by beauty. Beauty is just they're just another 304. Here are these simps. Oh, this hot girl, man. She has 3 bastard kids and has an OnlyFans. She's hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's just, it's out of control and it's getting.
Why she wants to stop it?
Yeah. What? Like, who is she to like determine somebody else's behavior and what their choices are?
Well, she's
like,
a parasite.
Getting smashed. That's why.
Yeah, they're so
Rat
angry.
face 304 just wants to ruin
That's what I was
everyone's
gonna say.
life.
Hi, bitch.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying.
What's this number?
Yeah, she is.
What's this for complaining about?
Yeah. No, but here's the serious point. Notice they're not celebrating another woman's win. If this was the Feminism Live, celebrate diversity and all this, and they say you look beautiful and all that, they're not doing that now.
But secret, Duggan P.A. cook with me. What did these B-dubs and even these white chicks say about girls that are dating passport bros?
They're not educated.
Yeah, they're uneducated. They don't speak English. They're savages living in huts. That's
What? They say that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's actually pretty beyond demeaning and sort of
it's
if
racist.
you really think about it, it's racist.
And
100%.
what's
I've
so
never
funny,
seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And what's so funny is it's all these enlightened white liberal Karens
Doing yoga and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but it betrays how they really look at people from other countries.
Yo, exactly.
That's what it really is. Is it betrays their attitude. It's like who was it that said, well, if Trump deports all the Hispanics, who's going to be around to wipe old people's butts? And it's like, oh. So
Pelosi.
That's
Gary Osborne.
That's how you think of Hispanics, is it?
It's all performative.
Yes.
It's all performative.
Yeah, it's like I talked about at one of the other panels. It's the ivory tower liberals.
Yeah.
Apparently, Matt, you're this white savior who rescued your wife from some mud hut in Thailand.
No.
Well, AJ,
no, but according to these woke liberal chicks,
I know that. I've come
Yeah.
across this attitude before. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I would say that my wife knows more about being a woman than any of these women in America do.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what the big difference is?
I say this every single stream.
Guys, one at a time. Matt, finish.
Okay.
So the big difference between my wife and American women here, my wife loves being a woman. These women here disdain it. They hate it. They resent it. That's a big difference.
Well, they want to be a woman on their terms.
Well, guys, they can't even define what a woman is. They don't even know what a woman
They
is.
want to be a leftover man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Doug, you were saying?
They don't know what they want.
You know, I'm just gonna throw this out there because I say it almost every single stream at this point. It's kind of my calling card, guys. American black women are the scum of the earth, dude. There are no
I've been
worse
saying
women.
that for years.
There are no worse women on this planet than freaking American black women.
Yeah.
Black men have the worst women to choose from, dude. They're I swear to God, not all, but maybe like 80% of them, dude. You could Thanos snap 80% of black women, American black women off, and most people barely even notice, and those who didn't notice wouldn't care. I swear to God, the worst women.
Well, this is the same women that say that, like, everyone who's black on the panel, like, they'll say that you can't get ID to vote.
Yeah.
And all this kind of
because we're
stupid
so
nonsense.
stupid. We can't.
Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah, so you're saying they apply that to when you date a woman over there. They apply that same type of logic. Like,
Ridiculous. Yeah.
You're too stupid and uneducated to get a freaking driver's license or a piece of ID.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
our friend, he met his wife in Indonesia, and then they got married. She moved here. They had a son. She was a housewife, but she had her degree in accounting from the school in Indonesia. But they had their son, and then she would be like walking him to the park in the morning, and she's like, all the women don't wave at me. They drive by and I wave and they don't wave back. And he's like, well, that's because they're pissed off that they have to go to work and you don't. You know what I'm saying? But then their son turned 6 and ended up going to school. Now she got her certification to work as an accountant here. So now she's working. And she went from being in Indonesia to being a housewife in the richest kind of place on earth. And then now she has her career, all because she's a feminine woman. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
all because she
had a goal, she had a target, and she was like, she had to make a decision and live with it.
Yeah,
and that's the problem with a lot of these girls, that they don't hone down on the decision. Yeah. They want to go off to college, they want to do it, but then they also want to be married. Then they also want to like not submit. Then they also kind of want to submit. And it's like they can't make the decisions.
Right. That's why I'm saying that they don't know what they want.
Yeah, they don't know what they want.
And like
you were saying,
I feel bad for the UK guys because AJ and I have both talked about this. Why do the B-dubs in the UK act like American black women?
Yeah,
how'd that happen? How?
I don't know where this comes from.
In the KKK, there was no Jim Crow in the UK.
I know.
We
had
people protesting George Floyd in the UK.
Guys, there was a George Floyd protest in Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
I can't breathe it.
Yeah. And guys, let me tell you something. The UK police, as horrible as they are, as horrible as the UK police are, they've only, like, at that year, they had 5 people die in custody.
Yeah.
5. And 3 of them were white guys.
Yeah.
So I just understand the whole day.
Those cops wear kid gloves.
Because of the past, we were forced to have to be strong. This, that, whatever. What are you talking about? You're from the UK.
Yeah.
You know, it was illegal in the UK to have slaves.
Yeah.
In fact, if someone came from America with their slave to England, they would be immediately set free.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like,
how about this? The UK Navy, one of the most expensive naval operations of all time, was when they were trying to stop slaving off the coast of Africa.
Yeah,
exactly.
They participated with the American Navy doing that for 20 years.
Sure.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay, let's finish this, guys.
Where it needs to be stopped.
When a passport bro tells me that I'm jealous that American men are leaving the United States and not looking at American women, because the ones that are leaving the United States to go find themselves a bride overseas are exactly the ones that we now.
Guys, look at how much
Yeah.
Botox she has.
It's a filter. It's a
Yeah.
filter.
Why
That's
there?
what we call
I
it.
don't know, man. It looks like she's
Smooth
had
her hair out.
like she's had more cuts than a
Yeah, but-
Thanksgiving turkey. Come on, man.
But
you know?
actually, at the same point, someone who's not gone and done that, I haven't put in the effort that someone else has to go do that for like Matt to be in Matt's situation. I haven't actually
Yeah,
like,
go
taken-
over there and
Snowboard.
done anything like that.
Go to
so
the
she's
Czech
kind.
Republic. Go to Germany, dude. You see some of the. If you like thick girls, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking like Meg the Stallion thick. That's how
Well, I will go.
German chicks are
Ideally,
and Czech
go to
girls
like
are.
Russia, Ukraine, but I want like a Slavic type chick. They're pretty.
Go
they're,
to
like,
the Czech
hot.
Republic.
Poland,
Some of the
Hungary.
hottest chicks, dude. I've never seen an ugly. They're man. They got good figures there too, man. Straight up. So
Why do I get stuck with goggles?
Wanted.
Well, oh, dude, yeah. English chicks.
Yeah, you have like some of the worst
Nelly,
women.
dude.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like
boy.
You're above.
They're like a troll
women, but
hag.
you're barely.
Yeah, dude, man. There's at least all the bridges aren't left unguarded in
Yeah,
the UK.
I mean,
you shall not hit.
How many countries have you been to? Because everywhere I go, men like me. All
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
across this country.
Completely. The level of delusion that these passport bros have to live in to make this arrangement seem like it's based on something genuine and love-filled.
This
It
is
would be
all
tragic
cope.
if it weren't so exploitative. Because as a passport bro, you are on borrowed time, right?
Comments from the British and American women mainly, okay, stating that it's so sad how like I had to go to South America in order to get laid and get a girlfriend. So of course they're trying to insult me. And to be honest, guys, it's actually just an insult to yourself. Okay, you couldn't keep your own men.
Yeah, if you're selling if you're selling pizza, and you're the only pizza place in town, and people are driving to another town to get pizza, bro, your pizza sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And instead of asking them what they want, how can I make my pizza better? What do they say, guys? Right?
How dare you?
Bitch. Exactly.
How dare
Exactly.
you?
Yeah.
Okay, from England or from America. I'm not even from England. I'm originally from Poland, okay, and there's plenty of beautiful women there, trust me. So your own men are deciding to leave the country. Why is that? Well, women in the West are super masculine. Nobody wants to deal with that. So what do guys do? They go over to Eastern Europe, they go over to South America, they go over to Southeast Asia.
Can we have a serious?
Guys, snowboard. I'm telling you, bro,
Yeah.
dude, man, just jump on a plane, go to like Colombia, go to Brazil, go to like go to Prague, the Czech Republic, go to Germany, go to Latvia. There's a lot, dude. There's a man shortage in Latvia. Straight up, dude.
I've been thinking about it.
Guys,
I've been thinking
there.
about
Hold on. Men shortage. Hold on. In Latvia. I just read this. Here you go. Latvia's man shortage has sparked a strange new industry. So, guys, they have a 1-hour husband service where guys go to fix the sink or mow the lawn. Yeah, and guys, some of the hottest chicks on earth are from Latvia.
Where is
Hold on, is mow the lawn
It's in Eastern Europe. It's in the Baltic states.
Okay.
He said, Corey said, "What exactly do you mean by mow the lawn?"
Yeah.
I mean, you get an hour to do that?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Why do they have a man shortage? That's really weird.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you could take payment in trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, snowboard, man. You know what? You and Anonymous. you
Well, I
guys
should make that a
plan a trip over there.
26.
Hang on, how
thing
much
to do,
how much
to
are
do over the
flights to
winter.
Latvia?
I don't know, man. You're in Canada, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, guys, go over there. Latvia.
You gotta.
Lithuania.
Yeah, Canada.
I kind of want to
Yeah,
go to
those
like
15
15 beaver skins and a couple of deer pelts.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I do think Asian women are beautiful, but I really think I'd want like the white, like Slavic type chick.
Oh God,
there's
dude.
15
Japanese and
there's
Korean
15
women. Oof.
There's 15.5% more women than men. A gap more than 3 times the average across the EU. So guys, hey, take a trip to Latvia, because man, there's some hot chicks there, dude. Seriously, you guys could just knock them.
I could just do like
apart.
tree work there and just get all these bitches.
No,
again, is that a euphemism?
Bushes.
But
I
even
want
if
a
you
Genghis Khan up in there. No,
Is tree work another euphemism? I'm getting lost here.
Snowboard's gonna have. Snowboard's gonna have
a
kids
hero.
all over Latvia. You'll have Ivan, Vladimir, all these little kids running around. Are you my father snowboarder?
Yeah.
Get away from me,
I
kid.
want to become that pull-out game guy. That guy crazy.
Pull out game, mate. Pull out game, man. I just don't pull out, bitch. For you motherfuckers that want to know, I don't pull out. It ain't weak, motherfucker. I don't pull out. Fuck.
That can be on my resume.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of snowboard skis.
No, it's about $1,000
chicks.
return to Latvia.
Latvian
I want to
chicks.
see some other cultures and stuff
That's
too.
cheap. Yeah. that's
Notice
pretty
they're
good.
all blonde-haired and blue-eyed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
They just need a little mocha in them too.
But-
A little mocha.
Yeah.
guys, here's the thing. It's crazy when you and Seagrip can tell, and then Matt too. Like, if you go to these countries, if women are interested in you, they'll just come up and talk to you. Like they'll just kind of like femininely just kind of flirt and start a conversation. It's not skanky. It's like, guys, who's been to Vegas on this panel?
No.
I have.
Oh yeah, I have.
You guys ever been in a pretty nice casino and a chick wearing a cute little dress walks up to you and starts talking to you like, this is a hooker?
Yeah, when someone approaches you and says, hi, that's a woman, you think it's like a trick or something. Like we
Yes,
said
but
before.
there, you're walking along in like Brazil, Argentina, Colombia. If they see you and they're attracted, they'll start a conversation. Like
You know what I think? You
like
know
a
what I-
feminine kind of innocent way, like, hi, how are you? Da, da, da.
Yeah, that would be
But
perfect.
I just want to say this. I think it's because the art, like there's a lost art of being human. That it's like
Yes.
people here in the West have like it's like there's something that's come before that where they just never learned how to actually build that normal human relationship.
Yes.
Like something where that has gotten lost. I can't quite describe it. And you go to these other places and they're very, very good at building the human relationship with you.
Yes. Well, there's one thing that you need to touch on, guys. Guys, who has historically been the person that showed interest first in a meeting?
We're supposed to be women, I would have thought.
Women.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
They would bat their eyelashes. They would drop the handkerchief. They would do things to where guys like me, seriously, right? And
Well, they were kind of raised, weren't they, to look for their partner?
yes,
Yeah.
you know. So, but guys, I was in Vegas once, and it was me, my friend Jason, and our other friend, and that was the one time where I told you guys I was supposed to run smoke screen on the big girl. Wow.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball. Yeah, it is what it is.
The
the
fridge
next
is
night,
keeping you from the snacks, man.
dude.
Yeah. And that's where I'm a good friend because I'd bite that bullet for my friends for that.
Dude, I tried.
Hey,
I
jump
tried,
on the
man.
grenade, no
I
problem.
tried. But dude, so like Jason had got 2 pumps in, and then the chick came barging in the room. You know? So that same night, it was the sun's rising. We're walking outside the Caesar's Palace, and we hear this Mexican guy and these 3 chicks. Now they were like lighter skinned, they're like the Mexican nationals, the rich ones, and these 3 chicks were hot, right? They were, and we like talked to the guy. We're like, oh, you guys, where are you from? Like, oh yeah, well, this, that, da, da, da. And so we keep walking, and my friend looks over and he sees the girl staring at him. He's like, huh. And they go in the hotel, so he goes over there. He's like, "Hey, what what you trying to do?" She didn't speak a lot of English, but he's like, "Hey, yo, she wants to know if you want to come up to the hotel room." He's like, "Man, let's go." I was like, "All right, dog, have fun, dude. Tell me why." It was her and her friend, and then he was like, "I don't understand Spanish." Like, "Oh, her friend likes you too." So he's like, "Oh shit, let's go."
Oh, nice. Oh, double down.
He came back like 5 hours later. Hey, yo, Hickey's all on his neck. He's like, "Hey, yo, guys, I got a story for you."
I gotta take a break.
But, all right, guys, I gotta, guys, I will be live Tuesday at 9. I'll probably do a daytime live tomorrow at 4:30, guys. There's a Andrew Wilson clip that I want to go over where these chicks claim that women have invented things too. Come on, guys. But yeah, guys,
I used to say that to women, like, who are your top three female inventors, and just like let
one
play the Jeopardy music.
Yeah. You guys know their whole defense against this. Well, every inventor, a woman gave birth to him, so she's more important.
Oh my God.
Yeah, guys, I'll be in the after hours for a little bit. So anyone who wants to meet me there, guys, let's have more panels like this, guys. You know what I'm saying? This is more kind of prescriptive about because I want to move the channel more towards this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all you guys for coming on. I appreciate all you guys in the chat. And guys, take it easy.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Have a good night.
Onward to 30K.
I know, guys. I am trying to hit 30K, so let's go.